So we keep it up, keep on reaching up for all the ones believing us. Thank you for speaking up. Feel like I've seen enough.
Let the beat right out.
G.O.D.
Where I come from, we're all limited in choices, limited in voices, limited resources. Where I come from, it was militant enforcements. So unfortunate how they come up on our misfortune. I dream of a day, yeah, cause where we're from, I see so much pain. If I could change the time in the place, I still wouldn't trade where I come from.
Yeah. The dreams that I'm chasing usually keep me up. I can't sleep or nothing. Got a text from my mama, she told me keep it up. Keep on reaching up for all the ones believing us. You ever advocate for me? Thank you for speaking up. I left the hood in my 30s, feel like I seen enough. Hey, pull up when I call him, was taught to keep in touch. Before I cough with spinach, better clean me up. G.O.D. and I reach for nothing. Noodles, seen the pain in my pupils, I never hid it from you. Wouldn't be so invested if niggas didn't love you. This my letter to young and I hope you taking heed. Get off your cheeks, nigga, take the lead. Yeah.
Where I come from, we're all limited in choices, limited in voices, limited resources. Where I come from, it was militant enforcements. So unfortunate how they come up on our misfortune. I dream of a day, yeah, cause where we're from, I seen so much pain. If I could change the time in the place, I still wouldn't trade where I come from.
The MIDI Lab Show.
Here I stand, executed plans. 7 grams, foundations of a man. Smoking backs, black, rebel chance. Living fast, my niggas ain't even last. Fuck, in the back, 40, on my lap. Count cash, anxious, finna blast. Too committed to principles from my past. If you ever came from nothing, that's something you understand, look.
Is it cause it's none like me, she like me? From the future, move at light speed. Standing like a giant, only 5'3". 3 magic words, I move like magic worthy. Stop lying, nigga, you ain't never heard me. Straight from the curve where 103rd be. Fucking with Nipsey, nigga, we nippin' niggas. The K from close reach, or flip a nigga.
Bullet sky blue tips like they crippin', nigga. Effin' nigga got 30 in it and I'm trippin', nigga. Refrigerated cup holders when I'm sippin', niggas. Fuck work, sell words, it was written, nigga. See the Staples Center from my kitchen, nigga. On the phone with Forbes, asking how I did it, nigga. Snatched dope, girl, it's official, nigga. Always been a man on a mission, nigga.
The streets gave to me and it stole from me, but it paved the way in the road for me. Shh, moment of silence for homies, just rest in peace. Cause they gave a seasoning for the recipe. No new nigga, just back on my BIC. Thank God for locals, I ran an NIP. No more NOPEs, now it's YES. And why I stress, asking how we blessed. Nipsey just bossed the grind, I'm a special guest.
The MIDI Lab Show.
flashing lights. We lost in the sound. Got the lights down low. Music filling the air. Feel the vibe slow. Let go, you care. Girl, you know the night is young. Let's make it hot. Show me how you work it with a giddy up. On the groove, all night long, baby. Just let your body move. Got the lights down low, music feeling the air. Feel the vibe flow, let go, you care. Girl, you know the nights young, let's make it hot. Show me how you work it, baby, you all you got. Let's dance to the girls, bring the beat in vibe. Let your body keep it on for me. We gotta own the night.
MIDI Lab Show.
Yo, what's crack-a-lacking in your mackin'?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey,
Yeah. We in the building tonight.
yeah.
Once again, we in the building tonight, man.
Word.
Welcome to another installment of the MIDI Lab Show on your Thursday night. This is Friday Eve. I'm with my brothers. Man, what's happening, y'all? What's going on?
Friday Junior.
Facts, bro.
Friday Junior.
What's up with it?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I think that I'm on my beard journey. I'm trying to grow a beard. Let's see what happens.
We ain't all got it like that. You know what I mean? It's some like few. Some of them, them native roots.
Like, I'm trying to catch up to y'all, bro. I don't think I can. It's gonna get to a certain length and it's just gonna stop, bro. So you know what I'm saying.
Brushing oil.
So I want to thank everybody that is watching. We are live on Facebook, on Instagram, and also on YouTube. We are pushing the YouTube handle. So if you are watching this for the first time, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you like the content, please do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, let's hop into this. I think we're supposed to have Dad should be jumping in and Mike Genius should be jumping in as well. Am I correct?
Yeah. A little technical difficulties, but everybody should be jumping in pretty soon.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's good to see y'all though, man. You know, this is my boy Money L. You know what I'm saying? This is my homie A1 Breezy. I'm 18 Rabbit. Welcome to the MIDI Lab Show. Where we clown and get down and talk about some real stuff.
Talk about a little bit of everything, right?
A little bit of everything. Little shove. Say, hey, the Breezy, what's up? Hands free. We in the house, in the land, on the soil.
Absolutely.
Hey, pop that collar, man.
From the lands.
Pop that collar.
From the sevens.
Way right off the soil.
Say it backwards.
Say it backwards. Hey.
So I want to go ahead. My bad, Tom.
No. I'm about to say we got a little something. We got a little something in the chamber tonight, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
We got a few things, man. That I wanted just to kick it to, and because it's crazy because like with hip hop right now, there's nothing. I mean, there is something that just kind of came through the pipeline as of yesterday with Big U and the indictment and all that stuff like that. Jack said he backstage. Hold on. No, he's not. Yeah, man. I mean, hip hop's, the music has been kind of slow, I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah, it's been kind of slow. Kanye trying to throw his face back in the game. Man, you done, bruh. It's stop. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the allegations of Diddy never getting out, and they keep trying to pop Jay-Z off in the game. You know what I'm saying? Drake got his little lawsuit, and UMG'd and backfired, and they used his own words against him. Like, they had a rap battle against him.
Drake taking shots left and right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. He needs some mirror.
He needs some milk.
I can't find the clip too. The clip. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get better with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know where is that. Where is that?
He needs some milk.
Hey, I think hip hop is slow for a couple reasons, man. We got some shifts in the culture a little bit, and then when you look at current conditions, man, I think everybody's got caught on their heels, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so I'm just gonna put it out there, in my opinion, especially when you look at in current in light of current situations. Some of the stuff that's going on in hip hop just don't even make the cut, because some of the stuff we normally be talking about right now, everybody's like, I ain't got time for that, man. It's a whole lot of other stuff cracking right now. That's really taking front and center, you know what I'm saying, to people's focus.
And hopefully we cover some of that tonight, you know, because we like to, on the MIDI Lab Show, we like to cover all aspects as much as we can, you know, even though we want to keep it along the lines of music, but at the same time, there's other good things, you know, that we could discuss and have dialogue or create dialogue too. So before I drop the clip, because we still waiting for Jag and we waiting for Mike Genius, let's play a record. You know what I mean? This is the MIDI Lab Show. And you know, I really like. I'm gonna play. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play this record, bro. It's E&J, Fail Safe. So let's start it off with that, man. You know what I mean? Let's turn it. I think we're getting some comments in here too. But let's play the record.
They some looking ass niggas. Lurking through the jar like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas. Lurking through the jar like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas. Lurking through the jar like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas. Lurking through the dark like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe, feel safe. If you hear it, this it's a bit too late. This is for my shotters, hold up block, hot stock with the fully on toppers. And ain't nobody can stop us. Put respect on my name, boy, give me my propers. My kids eat steak, expensive pasta and lobster. I'm on go, my life's more like a movie or mobster. I'm a monster, I'm a motherfucking monster. Up, down, down, B-A-B-A, select, start like it's Contra. 99 lives, nigga, 99 problems. I'm cocky, keep them dark and socked in the heart, nigga.
They some looking ass niggas. Lurking through the jar like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas. Lurking through the jar like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas. Lurking through the jar like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas. Lurking through the dark like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe, feel safe. If you hear it, this it's a bit too late. This is for my shotters, hold up block, hot stock with the fully on toppers.
Looking ass niggas, some male 7 squares. Got no equation, no answer, they just there, sucking up there. Swear they don't care, but all said and done, they shouldn't be here. He kept us quiet, nothing like a rat. Something like the snapback, yeah, I start riots. Never forget what to never just consider. Just remember, I come with gorillas. A tisket, a tasket, your ass asking for it. Yes, indeed, I give you what you need. I high side as I proceed. Cause I got these bitches dizzy, you feel me? They some looking ass niggas. Lurking through the jar like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas. Lurking through the jar like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas. Lurking through the dark like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe.
They some looking ass niggas. Lurking through the dark like a nigga won't get them.
Feel safe, feel safe. If you hear it, this it's a bit too late. This is for my shotters, hold up block, hot stock with the fully on toppers. Feel safe, feel safe. If you hear it, this it's a bit too late. This is for my shotters, hold up block, hot stock with the fully on toppers.
We back.
We back, man. We back. So 18, you sent me this clip here. I'm about the community in Ohio.
Oh, word. Can I talk about it before you play?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So it's a black community in Ohio. They're a historic community. This is where black slaves literally ran to, and they became a black community. And then some Nazis came there to disrupt their town, and they was waving flags. They had rifles, they was threatening. So the black people in the community, the police didn't do anything. The black people came there, pushed them out, and then the KKK came with their little message. So now these folks are out there, they strapped up. They walking their kids to school with rifles right now. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And this is the day and age that we live in right now.
Well, let's deep dive into that. Let me locate the clip real quick, and then chop it up about it.
Run that.
To one community in Ohio, which is now the center of a growing national debate about civil rights, hate speech, and NBC News correspondent and NBC News Now daily anchor Morgan Radford visited the town of Lincoln Heights, where residents have formed an armed community defense group in the wake of a neo-Nazi rally. Morgan joins us now. You were there just on Tuesday. What did the residents tell you about what's going on?
Yeah, I was there just this week. John, it was fascinating because what's interesting is that this town was founded during the Great Migration back in the 1920s as a refuge for black citizens, which is why it was especially painful when neo-Nazis suddenly appeared in this 3,000-person majority black town. But they decided to fight back, taking up arms and patrolling their own streets. Now they're at the center of a much larger debate about protection and free speech and who gets it.
These aren't police officers or soldiers.
They're business owners, their fathers, their sons, daughters.
These are civilians, members of the Lincoln Heights Safety and Watch program.
It's a duty. Okay, let's go.
The duty, protecting their neighborhood, the majority black village of Lincoln Heights, Ohio. After neo-Nazis held a rally here last month, carrying rifles, waving swastikas, and hurling racial slurs, just moments before children were let out of school. At the time, law enforcement officials said the neo-Nazis did not break any laws, but an investigation by county prosecutors is ongoing. Weeks later, the KKK came with these flyers.
First African-American community above the Mason-Dixon line of staff.
Safety and Watch Group spokesperson Durrance Daniels says the police did not do enough, which was more chilling because the town was founded in the 1920s as a safe haven for black residents.
Lincoln Heights is our home. If somebody broke into your home, you call the police, and the police says, if they do it again, we haven't broken any law, so we're just going to allow them to break into your home again. What would you do?
Are you worried at all that having a potentially armed response could just create more friction, create more danger?
I'll answer that by saying I've never felt safer as a black man in my community than I have right now.
The mayor of Evendale, which oversees the police force that responded that day, said in a statement to NBC News, "Our emphasis on de-escalation and public safety resulted in the incident's resolution without injuries to any of the persons involved." But residents here say they can't afford to wait. Every day, the Safety and Watch Group escorts children to school and patrols the streets.
Why do you all wear masks?
Those Nazis, we have reports of them finding our backgrounds, so we're not hiding ourselves from the residents, but we're protecting our family from what we're doing out here.
While many locals do support the security group, some, like business owner Eric Ruffin, say they wish the group wasn't needed.
We don't want to become what we hate. We don't want to become a group of people that walk around feeling like we have a reason in America to have to protect ourselves.
And this community
Stand up.
is not backing down.
The MIDI Lab Show.
Ooh, fail safe.
If you're hearing this, it's a bit too late.
Saying.
So,
Hey.
Go ahead.
Nah, I'm about to just
all right
kick it off. I want to say something offensive.
Please do.
Tone it down now, Tone.
Hands free.
Tone it down, Tone.
I'm hands free tonight. I'm hands free. Safety's off.
I'm done.
So right there, right there. That's a throwback to the Black Panther Party. I'm talking about the original Black Panther Party. So I want to dig into this so bad. The original Black Panther Party, not, and I'm gonna throw this out there. I don't know if y'all heard of NFAC, Not Fucking Around Coalition. Okay, we'll talk about them on another note. Them, the new Panther Party, in my opinion, not doing the original Panther Party any justice, and not doing us any benefit. What the original Panther Party was doing is exactly what these people were doing, not propagating ignorance and foolishness, trying to take care of the community. And the misnomer about the original Panther Party, which was put out there through COINTELPRO, right, to create division and to assassinate the character of the Panther Party as a whole, was that they were a Black supremacist group. And that is an outright lie. They were not about Black supremacy, because not only did they work with the community that they were in, which happened to be the Black community, but they also supported the Native American community, Leonard Peltier, American Indian movement, right? They supported the Renegades, which were disenfranchised whites. They supported the Asians, and I believe their organization was called the Red Brigade. That one slips my memory. But they also supported the Migrant Farm Workers Association. So that free breakfast program that they had, which, by the way, was supported by white business owners, right, was something that they shared with the other disenfranchised communities, which brought them together. And when the government saw the momentum that they had, they started to work that program, which, you know, took the Panther Party down from within and vilified them, right? So these people are doing the same thing. They're not, you know, screaming Black supremacy, Black people or the chosen people or anything like that. They're not out there being ignorant, right? But they are protecting their neighborhoods, working within the confines of the law, right? Black Panthers, when they did that, were so effective that they had to change the laws. It's the number one reason why California has some of the strictest gun laws in the country, because that was the birth of the Panther Party.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And 18, I don't know if you're sharing, brother, but you're muted right now. I can see you speaking.
No, I'm muted on purpose. Yeah, I'm just cook. Yeah, cook. Hey, you're getting surgical right now. Go ahead and break that down, homie.
I can't help myself, because when I see this, these are the type of things that promote not the Black community, right, but the majority of America. One thing I would like to point out is they constantly segregate us every time they use that term, right? We've been told we were Black, and we wear that moniker proudly. There's a certain point in time where we got to stop demanding to be identified as Black and start demanding to be identified as Americans, right? Stop screaming for the Black vote, because every time you say that, you segregate us from the rest of the country.
Right.
We're Americans, bro. Like, we're identified by what we do, not by the wrapper that we wear.
Right.
And we notice all the time, because even in the hood, you get a nickname off of something you did.
Yes, sir.
Right. It's we don't, otherwise we'd all be Black this and Black that. You know what I'm saying? Scripture says that even a child is known by what they do. So as opposed to identifying us by ethnicities, why don't I identify us by what we do? Like working class America, right? Which is the vast majority of us. And what you see is those people doing the same thing that everybody else in working class America would do if there was a threat in their neighborhood.
Right.
What you see those other people doing, right? Them ignorant ones that go by them different letters, who idolize foreign threats. My opinion, how you gonna call yourself a Nazi when we defeated them in World War II, which is what made us the power, the world power that we are today.
Yeah, the pinnacle.
Right. And you choose to align yourself with the enemy. So it means you are the enemy of the state, not us, right?
Right.
That is the minority.
And it was funny, like Elon Musk and Trump was actually going for that Nazi party, because they still exist in Germany. That party still exists, and they like coming up front, and they was actually hoping that party would win. Both of them cats, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, where are we at right now in America? I mean, look, we Black, we built this whole thing. We built this thing on our backs. They didn't got rich off of us from rice, cotton, tobacco, you name it. And they ain't have to pay a penny for their labor. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
We built this thing. You know what I'm saying? This is the labor of art. So we're entitled to whatever is here for whoever is an American. We more entitled to that to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Before there was immigrants coming and picking strawberries, who was picking them? Who was picking them? There's not no anybody today in the higher society, mid class and up, that's gonna pick a strawberry for nothing.
It's true.
Well, so apparently these strawberries is gonna cost you about 14 something 16. It's gonna cost Hawaii prices on strawberries pretty soon.
Well, look at eggs.
Eggs cost $1 something in Mexico. While we paying $8 something.
Yeah,
I'm about to move down there by town. I'm about to move by town so I can just go grocery shopping. That's it.
Go and slip across the border and just grab you a little something.
Hey.
I mean, but we have in this nation, we have a narrative that we have followed since day one that people have chosen to overlook and to pretend like doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A certain group, right? And I'm not blaming everybody, but there was a certain group that when they got here, and they weren't the original ones that got here, right? The first ones that slid in actually made peace because it's the thing that kept them alive. But when their cousins came through, started shutting down shop. And vilifying the native inhabitants of this area, and then everybody after them got vilified and was subjected to their, supremacy, so to speak. And so then everybody else gets painted with that paintbrush when you decide that you want to stand up for your group and say, "Hey, you're not gonna tread on us." But there are sacrifices made, right, across the board by those individuals. Everybody's had to come here has had to pay some level of penance. Unless you was born, you was born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You came here and we worked hard. And everybody else now wants to be like, "Oh, let's stop talking about that." Let's not, because we're identified by what we do. So let's talk about what's been done that has developed this place that we're at. Stop talking about, like I said, in my opinion. I don't care for terms like the black vote, because you put us all together. Like if you're black and somebody, if y'all remember, there was somebody who made this comment: "If you don't vote for me, you ain't black." Because it's a commentary that goes out there like, well, if you don't do this, you ain't black. And if you don't do that, you ain't black. If you speak proper English, you ain't black. If you have an education, you ain't black. If you move out the hood, you ain't black. These are all things that have nothing to do with your identity.
I ain't black, man.
Right.
I did all that stuff. I'm not black.
You lying ass.
Right? Like it all. So I should actually reverse what I said. All things that have to do with your identity, while the one thing that they claim as an identity has nothing to do with it. Your skin color. Right? I got a solid cat that I know who does not listen to rap. He listens to rock and roll music. If you heard him on the phone, you would assume he's a white dude, just because of that preconceived notion. Black as your beard. And he's always going to be black. Doesn't matter what he listens to, who hangs with. He's always going to have that dark rapper on him, but he's not identified by that.
Hey, fam, are you talking about my older brother, Myron?
No, I'm not talking about Myron.
Oh,
I thought you weren't black.
Who?
Myron. He's Canadian, bro.
Don't you know?
Hey.
Don't you know?
Hey, credit. Hey, I ain't playing, nigga. You want some poutine, player? I got fresh salmon out the hey, Crody, I got this fresh out the river.
You didn't come on down, player. We're gonna hang out a little bit and smoke a little something in the backyard.
He said something to me the other day. He said, "Oh, I said, oh, you got that accent on, don't you? Don't you know? Don't you know? Hey, Piff, if you listening right now, we talking about you right now because you sound like Drake." Say, fam. Are we going to play soccer today, fam? You want to kick around with the Africans and play soccer, fam?
Hey,
don't you know?
Shout out to Lincoln Heights, Ohio.
Straight up.
I like it.
Straight up.
I like to see more communities take a page out of their book, man, and not just for the sake of walking around talking trash and carrying a weapon, but for the sake of standing up for the community and actually bridge the gap.
Right. I mean, hats off to that community for real.
On the real, I got to change the subject just for 1 second.
Bring it.
Whoever that was that peeked their head in, I thought they was behind me, and I was scared of the motherfucker. I was like, who the fuck is that? It was over there cut. Hey, we 2 screens over. I'm like, what the hell? Scared the shit out of me, man. All right. Was that cuz?
Cuz?
Was I saying?
He on mute.
You muted. He got that magic power. He pretended we could hear him.
He got the whole lip surface. He was lip syncing. He was Milli Vanilli like a mug.
Who's really black?
What's up with you, Jack? What's up with you, Jack?
What up, fam? What up, fam?
Man, it's good to see you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so what had happened was I got a new setup and rig and stuff, and I have everything logged into Egos or to Khan's. I said typewriter to Khan's laptop. So when I got onto this one and set everything up, I went into StreamYard and it was like a whole brand new StreamYard, and I'm like, oh, so it just didn't have me linked in, but I got the right thing now.
All right, let's send me back my laptop.
Hey, I'm black.
I need to make a website.
That's my laptop now, punk.
Man, so what we gonna do, man? Should I play another record? I'm playing.
Yeah. Play another record. Man.
You know, it's Friday Eve. You feel me?
Friday Junior.
Great. You know what I mean? We celebrate Nipsey tonight, man.
Great.
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Great. Make it. Great.
90 racks for the watch, 30 stacks for the chain, a 50 bar for the medallion, diamonds drippy like the rain. Lord Development Houses where I was taught to talk my talk. In the thick of the smudge, the slime on the twilight crosswalk. A young factor having Skrillex, spinning blue notes in a drought. Living for the moment, fuck further out. Cover hot by my kidney, museum bill. Fuck a won't beef, I'll make him a patty meal. Come and see you about something. Send my crash dummy. He ain't from Japan, but he like to play kamikaze. Your bitch got sloppy toppy off the ginger ale and jack. She got that hot throat with a built-in thermostat. Smoking agriculture and vegetation in the backseat on in place. In the 2019 with the dealership plates, insurance and registration. Garnish and decorated with all the topics and all the sticks. We don't fuck with turf dirt. We only fuck with Dixon.
Some niggas tryna take what's yours. Take a stand out and take one first. Back him up, but only take one burst. With white chalk, I make him paint your curve. Some niggas tryna take what's yours. Take a stand out and take one first. Back him up, but only take one burst. With white chalk, I make him paint your curve.
Put on mute.
L,
you on mute? Like, man, you having a whole conversation with us. On mute. Magic powers. He got that's it. L superpower is that he can talk on mute and y'all still understand.
We got Milli Vanilli going down tonight.
I think everybody know what I was already saying. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching.
That was not gang sign.
You know, we really work hard to try to create a good dynamic, a good show, you know. So the other clip, I'm just gonna run the clip, you know what I mean? And then we could just kind of react to it. So here we go.
By the Trump administration, the federal government no longer explicitly prohibits contractors from having segregated restaurants, waiting rooms, and drinking fountains. I will explain. The segregation clause is one of several identified in a public memo issued by the General Services Administration, GSA, last month, affecting all civil federal agencies. The memo explains that it is making changes prompted by President Trump's executive order on diversity, equity, and inclusion, which repealed an executive order signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson in 1965 regarding federal contractors and non-discrimination. The memo also addresses Trump's executive order on gender identity. We're continuing to look at linear approaches to policy and law. For example, if you were adverse to affirmative action and you believed that affirmative action needed to be done away with, and you agreed with the Supreme Court ruling at that time, I wrote an op-ed that explained it is not about affirmative action. It is about the framework of overall diversity, equity, and inclusion. I said that then. I said they are playing chess while we are playing checkers. In checkers, you use power to gain position. In chess, you use position to gain power. So they were utilizing that one element in order to take down the entire diversity, equity, and inclusion dynamic in the United States of America. So they then went after contracts. They went after scholarships. They went after nonprofits that exclusively served a particular demographic because that demographic was underserved. And now they have freedom to go after it all. But so many thought that affirmative action was just going to be the affirmative action. Affirmative action isn't even a policy, it's a general framework. And white women have benefited from affirmative action more so than any other demographic in the United States of America. Those things were not properly contextualized. Now we have the chipping away of a ban, okay, that specifically prohibited a company from having to do business with the federal government and engage payers fund those contracts. I really don't need to go a step further than that. Taxpayers fund the contract. So you're telling me that I can pay for my own oppression? That's exactly what the government was doing and willing to continue to do. What this does is it eliminates a barrier that the government would have to overcome if they argued that just because a place has segregation does not mean that place is disqualified from contracting with the government. They have eliminated one of the barriers now. Don't think they're not going after the rest. All right? Okay. Big Wall's thoughts, man.
Man, and I think what's important for people to kind of get from this, because it's 2025 and not 1964 anymore, they're not gonna do like blacks only water fountains. What they're gonna do is like they're gonna update it in terms of the people who are being demonized nowadays, whether that be migrants, whether that be trans people, whether that be, you know, whoever. They're gonna update it for the people that are currently now demonized within that right-wing ideology and culture. And so that's what I would like people to stay sort of focused on, and don't think that it's going to come in the same forms of, oh, you guys can't use the swimming pool, black people, you know, in Mississippi or Arkansas. They're going to update this thing. And I think that's what's definitely catching my eye, because it's like, wait a minute, like they're not going to go back to saying like, you know, blacks not come here anymore. Like they've gotten a little bit smarter than that, right? Like they know, especially within the discourse, they can't be seen to be doing something straight out of the playbook of Bull Connor, you know, but just trust me, they're going to adjust and do something just as disgusting, quite frankly, and just as discriminatory.
That is correct. And they know there will be a significant reaction, a backlash, if they utilize the playbook from the 60s. So they have evolved in their bigotry and racism. You are spot on.
The MIDI Lab Show.
What was Buddy name that was guest speaking on there? That guy with the hat.
He said Big Wild Style.
He said, womp.
I mean, I agree with him, but I also disagree with him because, like, even now today, there are still Karens that don't want black people swimming in swimming pool.
Say what?
I mean, I know you've seen the situation where like you don't belong here. What are you doing here? You don't live in this neighborhood. Swimming in our pool.
You're gonna mess it up.
Yeah.
Hey, why
Hey, can y'all hear me?
What happened
Yep.
to the story, bud?
Oh, there we go. I'm like, dang. What? We back. Hey, he said Big Wild Style. That's what he said. What's up, Big Wild Style?
Right.
Not really.
Hey, so there's I forwarded you that reaction one person had where they said that they said bring it back. They don't want to spend money where they're not wanted. In my own personal opinion, man, I think this whole conversation about segregation is stupid. It's chewed up, it's played, it's old. And I feel like some of the issues that we're still dealing with today, we're dealing with because they keep being resurrected, so to speak. The majority, I mean, I'm pretty sure, especially because this is a hip hop show. Like, let's talk about it. Talk about how hip hop is the bridge, right? Some people have accused hip hop of being a racist genre. And I argue against that, highly argue against it. I think we have become protective within the disenfranchised community because we've seen where, some people have taken credit for things that weren't theirs to take credit for. But then it's also gotten to the point where we've been a bit overreactive, right? Being overly critical of individuals who have no intent of repossessing anything. They're just enjoying the differences that different cultures bring, right? Rap is one of those. It's so I say, to some extent, I say, man, get rid of the conversation. Let the idiots show themselves to some extent because we need to know. I mean, you can't stop stupidity
or ignorance.
I think the only thing you do is let it play itself out.
Right. That's facts. What you gotta say, Jack?
Can it play itself out, y'all?
We sitting here, free men having a conversation.
Right.
Yeah, but honestly, as you just said, it never really died. It's just considered. So
for sure.
At the same time, like what they're saying, when Khan came in and he was like, I kind of agree with him, I kind of don't. Like, I felt like he came in there with some Uncle Ruckus, if you will, because I don't know about y'all, but I think the rights thing, they don't need that because they already got that. Social media did it better than any law or establishment accomplished it for us.
And
I'm talking about
for us. We had to do us for us all the time.
I'm saying, we still do. Gay rights, trans, like everything that's going on nowadays that people, they say ostracized and all this, like it's still not as frowned upon as being us. And I hate to say it that way. But look at the predicament we in and what we just saw and what we about to see in the first clip we saw. Like, what else?
Right.
What else is they gonna peel back them civil rights?
You think so?
I would.
It seemed like they on the way. It's like let's take away DEI. Matter of fact, let's dig in and let's take away the fact that segregation is banned. Let's just release that ban, and let's go ahead and strip the government and all, because all black people work for the government, man. If you want a good job, man, we work for the government, man. Let's strip all them jobs away. You know what I'm saying?
Or some type of government, I guess.
And let's post up. Let's look back at Skid Row, how it looked like now compared to 10 years ago, and let's look at San Francisco, how they tinted up.
It looks worse,
man.
Let me ask you a question. Would in today's climate, right? This is not 1950s or 1960s, right? We may not have made it all the way, but we've definitely made some gains since then. Would they be successful in segregating our population? And if so, why?
Would it be successful?
Would they be successful?
That's not a. No. In all honesty, you just tell yourself any race that would attempt to be ostracized in this document or in this law, whatever goes on.
Every race would be ostracized because
Like
every race is
I'm
not
saying,
white.
like if we let, like tomorrow,
Mhm.
there's like this and this gonna happen, and everybody was like, "Oh, I got my passport," and we all went back to my man Akon building Wakanda.
No.
He was like, "All right, let's go over there and inhabit this." Then what really happens here? Who's gonna work? Who's gonna be yelled at? Who's gonna be pulled over? Who's gonna be?
I don't want to go back.
What y'all gonna lock yourself? Y'all gonna lock yourselves up? Like you gonna just like?
I mean, I'm just saying I don't want to go back to Africa. I mean, I've never
I
been
do.
there. And do you?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
I'd
rather be here
because everything here terrible, man. Like my homeboy Bakel, he might be on right now. He didn't left the country and he stayed gone because he's like, man, when I go back to America, man, I eat that food, I can't even shit right, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, the food everywhere else is better. Like they're feeding all this stuff to us. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody around the world buys our livestock or anything, our meat. It's not ethical.
It's terrible.
That's
they don't buy GMO corn, none of that shit. Hey, they put a little GMO corn with a regular corn on a shelf and let the squirrels have it, and the squirrels didn't touch that GMO shit. And that's what we eat. That's
I don't know, man.
That's what we have for dinner.
I'm proud to be an American, bro.
I'm all the way with Money Hill. I think honestly, and I hate to sound like the conspiracy theorist spirit, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it down. We got the numbers, but I've said before, I think we are preconditioned to being commercialized, and even billboards are a type of psychological programming.
Correct.
So I'm gonna take it back to the Panther Party when them people was like, "Hey, the law said I can carry this weapon, so stop me, because if you stop me, you're breaking the law, and if you break the law, I have the right to defend myself, and then you have to contend with me and everybody else in this neighborhood." This is when we stuck together. And when I say we, I don't mean just those of us that had this skin color. Those of us that came from the same background came together. Was like, "Yeah, you couldn't slide down the street and pull that. You're not about to do that over here." That scared the living daylights out of the establishment. And so the segregation happens when we have all these different titles and names that we fall under. And my own personal opinion is, if anybody, I think, disrespects from the civil rights movement or takes away from the civil rights movement, it's those people who tried to hide themselves behind the civil rights, who try to say, "Oh, our struggle is the same." No, it's not.
Right.
Your struggle is your struggle, and let that be your struggle. You know what I mean? It's okay to say we got a different chapter. You know what I'm saying?
This ain't no pissing contest.
Right.
This ain't no pissing contest.
But don't hide behind our hard work and our roots, or I should say the roots of our grandparents and our parents, and try to say you like us, because you're not. And so that in itself is its own division. And then everything else, every other title that they try to put on top of us, whether it be based on our religious preference, orientation, whatever else, right? It's all this other shit. When it comes down to it, like you pointed out, 18, who built the country, right? It wasn't, they weren't sitting there talking about, the gays. Listen, they were ostracized back in the day too. Yeah. They had to put in their work, right? So instead of trying to separate us, because that's the thing, like we all can say that we can lay claim to this. Right. And then, like you said, it's not a pissing contest. Don't try to take from my story, man, just because you want to get more focus on your own. But we can all say that, hey, we've got a slice, we've got some effort, some blood, sweat, and tears invested in this country, and I'm not leaving. Right. So we could also come together and dictate changes like they did back then.
Right. Yep.
Right. We could shut down shop. Now watch me get shot for saying that.
It's not even that. It's just when we do, they turn it into a Black Lives Matter campaign or something like that. That just throws everything left wing and gets everybody. Hey, look, let's turn the organization into heathens. Right. So it's like at the same time, the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? The spoon, it ain't really there. Like from what man was just saying earlier, how you gonna create a law to help us get back into the run of things, education-wise, affirmative action, things like that, and then the number one stat be, okay, affirmative action is considered a female, a woman. That's a part of that demographic. But how is a white woman gonna have the highest yielding percentage of acceptances under the affirmative action? That's playing chess on brothers who building this thing on checkers. They didn't show us chess pieces. We had to realize the spoon ain't really there. And when you realize the spoon is not really there,
Right. I'm sorry.
No,
I just want to say this because we gotta address people that are here because I want to say what's up to Donovan Golden. What's up, little cousin? You know what I'm saying? What's up to Leanna? What's up, Linnea? We got
and then on the screen we got Xtra Credits.
Hey, what's up, X?
What's up, bro?
What up, X? Yeah, we definitely miss you. We're missing you right now, brother. And the homie One Elite Physique was up with it. Freddie B was crack-a-lacking in your Mackie.
MIDI Lab Show.
Not Freddie B. Not Freddie B.
Shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to everybody that's watching. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. You know, you could be anywhere, you know what I'm saying, in the world. Hector Saliat, I hope I said that right. Word up, y'all. What's happening? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? You know, we learning this live thing, man. What's up with Mike Genius? What's up, brother?
Y'all hear me? Smile when I see you. Yes.
Yeah, okay, man. Okay, man. You know, I want to know, man. I gotta ask. I don't know if it was you or 18. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know who designed the format for the show today. Y'all gonna talk about all the racial stuff when the half white dude ain't on.
And I ain't playing, nigga.
Oh,
that was a collective.
Fucking thing sucks.
Nah, man, it can get heated, man. You start talking about, racial things, man. Like
we're not talking about racial things.
Oh, hold on, man. Hold on, man. No.
We here. We all in there.
Hey,
talking about segregation.
No, we 3 feet deep into it. We only got 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? Each of us, but we 3 feet deep into the racial conversation, bro.
You talking like Olympics racial?
All right, hold on. Don't y'all, hey, stop it. Y'all about to get this man started, man. Y'all don't even know what y'all doing.
Man.
You about to pull the ripcord. Hey,
hey, man, I saw that.
Hey, let me start you up. Mike, let me start you up.
Breezy. No, I was talking about Breezy. I was talking about Breezy.
Yeah, he ain't talking about me. He ain't talking about me. He's talking about
started.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man.
Don't do that, man.
Hey, man. Let me just say, man. We
won't even get to you.
I appreciate a lot of different facets of the conversation so far this evening, man. And I appreciate the second clip. A couple of them people they were spitting some things, man. That it's crazy because I'm watching all this happen and. On the surface, you know what I'm saying? Like the first thing I said in the thread was, the other day, yesterday or the day before, whenever it was, the first thing I said was, hold on. It may not be what it seems. And really that more than anything, maybe that's my Charlie Brown attitude on life, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lucy ain't going to put a football out from under me again. You know what I'm saying? I want to believe that these people are not really evil. Like I'm really trying my hardest to believe that these fools are not evil, man. And that they're really on the level like, oh, we just want to level the playing field for I want to believe that. I really want to believe that.
Oh,
I've been in this life now for almost 48 years. And it's hard for me to believe that when they say that, like it really, because I've seen enough to know that I need to ask questions, but also, you know what I'm saying? The peace in me, the person who is a spiritual individual walking on this plane of existence with y'all really wants to see the best version of people, and I really want to appreciate that
there may be that person in there somewhere that is not bad. They're good. They're wholly intentfully good. They just got a lot of dumb people around them. Like, that's what I really want to believe.
Okay.
And I really hope that this whole first thing that they just undid, 60 plus years of work, I really want to hope that it really is on the surface what they're saying it is. And it's not just the first domino to drop that really allows them the opportunity to set precedent and go after some other shit. I'm hoping that's not the case. But again,
Hey,
I've been on this planet almost 48
love your
years.
belief. I love your belief and your love and holding down. But in that sentiment, what you ask Santa for Christmas?
Hey,
with all them beliefs over there.
A whole lot of shit I didn't get.
I gotta jump on that though. I gotta jump on that because I like what Mike just said.
Go ahead.
First and foremost, let me give a shout out to my daughter, Measy Breezy. She's up in the house.
Hey.
Big Ren is in the chat. What's up,
Ren
Big
there, Ren? Oh, my homie Ray D. I see him up there too.
Ray D's up in there. Tito's up in there standing strong. Got to give a big shout out to Debo Brothers, right? Debo Brothers.
Debo Brothers.
Appreciate y'all. And J&J Trailers out there in Corona, California, laying it down, giving discounts. So, hey, if you need to rent a trailer, get a hold of J&J and let them know you heard it on the MIDI Lab. They will hook you up with a discount. 20% off.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
J&J showing the love. Showing the love. So, hey.
We appreciate the support.
All day long. I gotta jump on what Mike said though. Right? I like where he's coming from. And here's my thing. I know it sounds like we talking about fairy tales, right? Rainbows and butterflies. I'm just going off what Jack said. But peep game, no. We run the show. We run the show. It's the reason why they had to incorporate COINTELPRO, because once we realize that we are operating on the same plane, it's a wrap. So we don't have to be hopeful. We can take it as we choose to and say, hey, if you eliminate that, what you are trying to do is eliminate the thing that differentiates, that divides us, right? No more special programs. There's no special consideration. There's no need for it. You will not, because of a cultural and a moral obligation, discriminate between somebody because of their skin color, because of their religious orientation, sexual orientation, none of that. You will hire the best candidate. And you don't need to be babysat to do that. Right? We have the right to exercise our ability as the citizenship of this nation to make sure that happens, because if the government don't take action against you, we can't. No business will exist without our finances. So we use platforms like these to come online and be like, hey, JMJ is over there supporting the movement. We slide to JMJ. Debo Brothers is over there supporting the movement. We slide into Debo. We come up here and say, hey, so-and-so did such and such. Yeah, that puts the onus on us to make sure we operate with integrity, right? It's not just my emotion, but I'm keeping it real. They over here harming the community. They're not looking out for this person. They're not taking care of that person. Hey, man, you ain't getting no business. I don't need Donald Trump to speak for me, right? So it doesn't, they can do what they choose to do, but one of the things we got to keep in mind, they work for us. And so many times we forget about that.
That's what they say. It's gotten askew lately, but you're right. And a civil war might need to, or something like it happened before it happened. Like, shoot, it might be that, right?
Who starts wars?
It ain't us.
I know you're right. You're right. Whoa,
idiots start wars.
Okay. And you know what? When at the end of the Civil War, you had cousin fighting cousin. I'm sure they didn't wake up in the morning thinking I'm gonna go blow my homie away. Right? Where did gangbanging come from?
Word.
Huh?
Word.
That didn't start. That wasn't our conscript. Our conscript was taking care of the neighborhood. Somebody introduced that. Where'd the crack game come from?
Word.
It wasn't our boats, wasn't our airplanes, wasn't our trains, wasn't our buses.
Yeah, shit.
We wasn't down there in Mexico and Colombia picking that stuff up, pumping it through the neighborhood. So that's one of the things that we gotta be watchful of. Like the Truce and 9 Deuce was supposed to be the end all and that stuff because we started to identify that the threat was coming externally. While we over here banging each other out, like what are we getting out of that? A little bit of money, some reputation, some tattoos, right? You trying to live this fast life for what? To die on the street that you don't really own,
right?
And they gonna let you do it. They gonna let you do it. So at the end of the day, what they can't afford is for people to start to wake up and realize why am I wasting somebody who looks like me, lives like me, got the same issues I do, right? When, as a matter of fact, I'm paying you, Mr. Washington D.C. I'm paying you to make sure I don't have these issues.
Mr. Washington D.C. I'm paying these taxes so you don't beat me.
Bro,
but they make it prevalent and they put the liquor stores all on this corner. I go to Tanawan and I got to drive 4 miles before I could get to a liquor store. I mean, so it's a chess design.
The federal government don't do that, but that's just a chess game position of a person trying to play Monopoly in a hood where they know that everybody is addicted to a substance.
Oh, it's definitely a government plan, just like redlining, social engineering. Oh, it's a plan.
Gentrification.
Yeah, oh, for sure. It's a plan. It's just it's you brought it up earlier. You said that we was playing checkers and they was playing chess. But here's the thing: like we, despite the fact that we may have started behind, we pushed hard and got to where we got today. So no matter what they do, they're still human beings. Now they might be the 1%. When I use the term they, right? I'm talking about a class of people, not a race.
The one class.
Talk about the bikers, like the bikers.
The billionaires, the rich.
Come on, the 1%.
That was a dope clip, Tone. That was a dope clip.
Thank you.
But I actually didn't say that. That wasn't me that talked about the chess and the checkers. It might have been L or
but that was Jack.
No, he said. I thought he said Jack, but yeah, it was me.
I thought so.
Oh, okay.
But no, I'm just saying that we got all the ammo, man. I love to hear us talk about empowerment, and instead of being hopeful, being determined.
Right.
And as opposed to being afraid, being encouraged. You know, we can't stop what is to come, but we ain't got to take it lying down either.
Hey, Tone, on that sentiment, isn't that how the Jewish community thrives, my brother? If we all had the sentiment and carried ourselves as they're doing right now in Ohio, and that was our neighborhood, and we all acted accordingly like that. Oh, I ain't got to go to work today. I ain't got time. Let me go throw these boots on as they are and go to this bus stop outside and make sure that everybody in my neighborhood all right. But not even necessarily the AR, but to the same sentiment where Jewish businesses help Jewish business. The community is so knit in the way that they droned us in TV, all minorities, they droned actual life fact into them that you got to buy here. We shop here. We do this. And even if it's not said, as a child, you're going to take me to Toys R Us so much, I'm not going to ever want to go to a Walmart. So,
Right.
you know.
Hey, if y'all don't mind, I'd like to interrupt right here because we got a couple more things to talk about. El, do you mind dropping a little music so we can transition to a new topic?
Yeah, we can. I mean, did everybody get everything off their chest?
Anybody else guys, anything else they want to say?
There's not enough time on this show or the next 10 shows to get everything off our chest, brother.
About this subject. This is a tough subject matter.
It is.
It's a tough
It is.
subject matter.
And
There's
hey,
a lot of
trust
views from every angle.
Right. Trust that we're gonna have plenty more opportunities. There's gonna be plenty of more dumb shit that happens.
I agree.
That brings us right back here. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to highlight to the world out there. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for y'all tuning in. We love and appreciate
Absolutely.
y'all's support.
Oh, yeah.
But don't
For
get
sure.
it twisted for one moment. I'm not on here. We ain't on here preaching to make you feel a type of way. And I actually am more excited when you don't feel how I feel. Because if I see it in the chats and I'm able to digress it, it's going to make me grow.
Word. Yeah. Post your opinion, like, share, subscribe, and get down with the MIDI Lab Show. We love y'all.
Yeah,
I was about to say that, man. I know sometimes I come in with some heat, man, but I love to hear the opposing arguments, man.
For sure.
Bring
I
it.
want to be smarter. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
dumber. I don't want people yes men all the time.
Right.
Yeah. Iron sharpens iron.
Big facts.
Amen.
Big facts. Here we go, man. Let's roll into let's just play some music.
Hey, stop smiling, L.
No cap, this shit feel like the Avengers or something like X-Men, super fun.
Swap out this G2, I need a new blinking. Oh God.
Motherfucking cool, nigga, G.O.D. Military artillery. Nigga, I just left the cemetery. Another shooter, obituary. Scared man is a dead man, I ain't scared. Red mob at top head, shot of who you buried. You never carry wounded soldiers off the battlefield. A killer like the morning after pill. We get active here. The red bottom sneaker box, how's a rapper deal? Ain't even run a queer, yay for 80, that's a package deal. TSA pat us down, blood and cracker seal. Due to current circumstances, nigga had to drill. Trouble on a 10-piece, that nigga had to squeal. When I was broke, a nigga gangsta all I had for real.
My hourglass full of jet black sand. Ahead of my time, running with a jetpack plan. Across the globe, hoes hoping they can catch this man. On Patron, chain smoking on the best Afghan. Before I leave, I need a few ticks. Get my needle and thread, commit to sewing up you niggas loose lips. Gotta keep their ears clear, use a bigger Q-tip. Snub nose like, you ain't seen a nigga do shit. You bitch, head spinning in my brand new real old shit. Now that wood in the mouth, that's toothpick. Get the Mac off too quick for you to do shit. Got bread, plus these bitches love to ride the broomstick. No short stop, the flow so poppin' like a new debit card with a platinum and gold option. That's why I'm doing my do. Get what I get, open my pot, then put some more sauce in my stew.
If you ain't from Vegas, then how the fuck we related? Niggas eavesdropping, they double back and relay it. I can't respect your gangsta if all your jewelry is plated. I'm really about this paper, know nothing about a vacation, God chase it. Hawking this million, bitch, I can taste it. Stogie hella bulky, you pour for elevation, have patience. Fuck all that weight, with a bag at it, half a ticket, ain't satisfying, already bagged it.
Got all my ice on and my jewelry with me. Swap out this G2, I need a newer blinking. Went so much, I should've flew to Disney. I hate when people act like they into it with me. You ain't big enough to be my idol, but I'm rich enough to get you shit. Pop out trenches, be on different blocks. I'm tryna boom, tryna get some topics. I'm done. My life gets strenuous. They say it's love, but that love be disingenuous. It's fake though.
$1 million nigga parked in the trenches. Man, I was all in the mouth, I could've been a distance. You gotta keep that shit on me, I won't be a victim. You like a red nose, I'ma tell him sick 'em. Look, I ain't got oppas, I just got haters. Never tell a cop nothing, never give him data. You a real motherfucker, you don't count favors. Compact 4-5 with the green laser. Mask on in the streets, fighting like I'm Vega. Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker. Last op I call lacking, he in a Skywalker. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
The MIDI Lab Show.
We love music.
Hey, come on!
You are now watching the MIDI Lab Show on the Brands and Platforms Network.
We turn it up!
Hey, let me say what's up to my niece, Misa. You know what I'm saying? What's up, pretty lady?
Like a girl.
Hey, so my top-notch brothers, my producers, my music heads right here. Just before we jump into this other segment,
yes, sir.
A quick little 3-minute question answer from you guys. Just a quick little answer on this to throw some insight out to our viewers, just on some dope things we've been listening to. So I say that to say we're gonna start all the way from the left with L and go all the way down to Mike, and I'll be last. But first song that come to your head you've been listening to that you can't get out to, that you just rocking right now, L.
Man, I'm trying to think. Let me look at.
Don't even think. First one, even if it's like a top 5, you got like 10. Just first one, the one that just make you.
I mean, I'm listening to Kendrick Lamar, GNX. That's what I'm listening to right now.
Money.
You know what I mean? GNX, the whole album. It's probably it's a complete album.
GNX, live and direct from L. Where you at, Con?
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? 18 rabbit, man. Every day I get off of work, man, and I watch the Super Bowl show. I just love the way that shit just set up, and I just gotta, man. That's my shit.
That's a whole album. I love it.
Hey, my wife is like, you playing that again? I'm like, yeah, I'm playing it again and again.
Hey, minor.
Are you really gonna do it?
Turn the TV off.
Hey, minor.
And Tone, how about you? What you jamming? What's bumping?
Hey, so I'm kind of in the middle. I got the homie Seven with a song.
Shout out to Seven.
Yeah, big shots to Seven with a song called Amen. Oh, but then sometimes I fall off the wagon. I be on this X-rated Mortal Kombat. So I mean, y'all gonna have to forgive me, man. My walk is a little, it's a roller coaster sometimes.
Yeah. Genius. What's bumping over there?
Man, I saw a post from 40 Water last Friday, man, celebrating the 30th anniversary release date of his In a Major Way album. Released March 14th, 1995. And I actually remember when I got it and how I listened to it in my Walkman on the way over the overpass from the mall back to Wood Creek in Fairfield, California, man. And so I went back down memory lane. There are so many joints on that album, man. It's just ridiculous.
That's when 40 went to Jive, right? That was Jive.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, man, Mike Mosley, Sam Bostic, like still to this day, man. They
legends.
Yeah, ridiculous. Those guys are they're my kings, man.
Absolutely.
That's dope.
Absolutely.
Shoot, last and least, I hate to be they're gonna say bandwagon because I don't know. I just be bumping Cali stuff. I just move.
That's good though.
I just can't stop moving. So I've been on that since like 2010, 2008. You know what I'm saying? And now that the things that's going on, anyways, right now I'm really hard on Jason Martin. If you didn't know, that's Problem. And the last two albums my man put out, it seems like since he's been working with Quick, like every album is a slap. But if you haven't heard new Jason Martin,
no problem.
Run up on it.
Like what?
The album that he did with DJ Quick was crazy.
Well, both of them were crazy.
They're all like, honestly,
there's a new
everything
one?
is kind of overproduced with him. Like they had the Drink Champs where Quick was like, oh yeah, he just be at my house. Like I come out the kitchen like, hey, you want some eggs? You trying to have bacon with that? And Problem said he just in there just, oh yeah, hey yeah, Quick, let me get some eggs. Like it's like that. It's like
they got eggs.
It's like us on the show right now.
They got eggs.
Hey,
who got eggs?
Hey, at the low price too.
They got eggs?
For the low.
On the low.
I had stole some eggs from my mama the other day. She about to find out soon. I had stole some eggs because L came over. And they was hungry. I was like, hey, we ain't got no egg. And Marvin like, look at your mama refrigerator. She got a whole thing of egg.
Eat dinner at your mama house and turn around and set you up.
That's Otis Toboggan Troop.
Right.
So we better play that on the next break.
Robbing you.
That's what the
That's how the
starving
do.
Oh.
Life is a deranged soul.
I'm just saying.
Y'all need to stop.
Hey,
Stop.
Look, talking about eggs, what's that clip that you got locked and loaded? Because isn't that
I mean, it's interesting because tonight we're everything's kind of rolling together. So I'm gonna play, it's interesting that everything's kind of rolling.
Oh shit. Anyway, let's roll.
So the next one is so the next clip is Hip Hop Racist.
Yes.
And this is coming from the perspective of Necro. So we're gonna play Necro, and let's see what he say.
The game of the minority. Listen, I probably did certain things to hurt myself. Number one, here's a few things I'm gonna actually shed some light now instead of just being somebody who's hip hop's racist, which it is. But I shouldn't have said the N-word. Okay, I didn't know any better. You know what I'm saying? But that probably ruined a lot of people that might have helped me because my swag was so gangsta that made them be like, I can't fuck. Oh yeah, the way it works is you can only have one really good white guy and one really good Latin guy, and it's all compared to that one Latin guy or white guy. But you can have 1,000 garbage black rappers. and it's considered the coolest thing ever in the world. But if a white guy like me, who raps really good, very technical, and has really good beats, he's some crazy kill your mother shit. Fuck him. You know why? Because I'm a threat. I'm very hardcore, and black people are worried I'm going to steal it. We're not going to let him steal it because white people stole every other music.
The MIDI Lab Show.
Hey, was he down there with the bikers? Was he reporting live from the biker club? I don't even want to turn my photo on, y'all. I quit.
All right.
Hey, can I? Hey, Tone, we can't hear you.
Your mic is muted, Tone.
Listen, y'all can't hear me because you're not trying to hear me. His swag.
Listen.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen.
Y'all ain't taking my man seriously though.
Look, I'm the dopest gangster rapper.
Hey,
they hate me because I'm gangster.
He was serious.
I will get gangster
He was on some
right now.
Some fuck your mother type shit.
I eat chicken wing tacos.
It was too much.
What I want to know is, was that him or was that Mike Tyson really talking?
Stop it. Stop.
Hey, nah, the messed up part though, for real. Why did his whole sentiment feel like, hey, nah, I ain't go over to Eddie Murphy's house and put my feet on his couch, but I do remember, and all of a sudden it got real. I was like, oh, he is feeling himself. Give him some milk.
And I know these niggas don't like me because I'm gangster. I should probably shouldn't say the N-word, but I'm a gangster. I'm a gangster.
Too much milk in his mouth.
Hey, okay, so
That nigga needs some milk.
L, you muted.
L, you muted now, brother.
He needs some milk.
Run it all back. Hey, that whole 5 minutes you was talking, run it back.
No, he started off with I used the N-word. and then
he did. He probably actually, hey, and then he said like ding. They're like ding. No, yeah, don't you have anybody ever heard Eminem use the N-word?
Never.
Like the coldest white rapper.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, okay. One was leaked from when he was in high school.
Hey, it's a leak.
Hey, but I mean,
that's
come
when
on.
you get that pass from the white boys. And then, from the
come on. I mean, we all have that.
Since he been major,
wait a minute. We all had the partner that you know.
I had Jay Fuego. Jay Fuego, he was like rocking the N-word like a motherfucker.
I don't know about y'all, but to me, there's two different conversations that can come out of this one clip. One is the use of the N-word, but two is this individual's complete just poor observation of the genre of the rap culture. Like he said, you could have 1,000 horrible or trash black rappers and it's cool. Like where? Like this dude, he wasn't in the game long.
But
he's not part of the culture, bro.
There's a lot of folks that you turn it on and it'd be like,
if we had one rap rapper, we gonna clown on his ass until his death.
Well, because he said you get 1,000 and it's cool, but he said that in a general sense. In a general sense, it's not cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can come in today. I can drop a catchy tune and have one solid song out there. But that don't make me an artist.
It can make you an artist if you have one eye and drop a top and tune and be like, yeah, baby. Yeah. When I'm strong in the thing, when on the motorcycle, yeah, baby.
Because at the same time, the reason why he's hating so hard, we could go on the other side, even though there's no hate in it, and we could highlight what happened with Beyonce, right? It's like nothing but in country music. Oh, yeah, we got Shabuzi, we got some folks coming up, but in country music, right? Oh, and Darius. Anyways, in country music, they run that. We built this city. But Beyonce came through in like
what happened?
What?
And she wasn't mean about it. No, I'm just saying, like she won.
No, she won because she Beyonce, nigga. Well, her shit was whack. Her shit was whack.
To us,
Shabuzi had one good song. We talking about the little whiskey song, but hey, buddy.
That's because that's the only one you heard, probably, right?
No.
All right.
I heard him on Saturday Night Live. He was on the Houston show with Beyonce, with her little Houston show and on the NFL. That nigga was wet. But he do got a good song though.
Oh, hey, L, that was dope.
Hey, I love L, bro. I
That
love
was
L.
dope.
That was my sentiment exactly.
I think that's a very blatant generalization.
Hey, I just felt like I farted right now when he said that. We did that.
All right, I'm back off.
Look, no,
Beyonce.
You didn't. Now he gonna go back and cry in the car.
Hey, whose side you on?
Who, me?
Whose side? No, the nigga that want to blank out and go back to the car.
Hey,
whose side?
I don't smell you. I don't want to.
He said, "I'm taking a lunch break." He said, "I'm on a union break." Look, oh boy, his generalization is trash, man. Like,
thank you.
You know, our qualifications are how do you fit into the culture? Like, and you know, this dude over here, y'all talking about fuck your mama. Yeah, man, because people don't recognize you. You just a commercial. You somebody who can come up with some catchy tunes, but ain't nobody verifying your resume, man. You're not qualified to step in the ring and have these conversations. When you look at certain individuals that have lasted, now when I say it doesn't make you artist, I don't mean it doesn't make you popular. Just because you're popular don't mean you an artist.
Right. Cook that crack. Cook that crack.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm talking about an RT, somebody who's in the industry, who has more than just a quick sprint, but somebody who can hold it down in the industry and is actually branching the industry out into other ventures. I mean, we've seen that as of late. Like, that wasn't the thing in the beginning, but some of these cats came in smart. They became personalities in a whole bunch of other areas.
Right.
And so you got this dude complaining, bro. If you don't have a following, it's because you suck. People just don't like your music.
Hey, and like that say, you need to do better. You need to try harder.
That's it.
You need to try harder, bro.
And I just wanted to interject and just say real quick, shout out to the homeboy KB. He is watching the show on Instagram.
KB?
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what up? What up? What
and
up?
everybody
What
that's
up?
watching on YouTube as well. We appreciate that.
Big shot.
Love y'all.
Like, talking about the one only
really
KD
do.
that we say KD, or are you talking about like
no KB?
KB.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I don't want to say his government name all over YouTube and stuff. KB, you know what I'm saying? Respectfully, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
One of
check
my
it
favorite
out.
rappers.
Is there a possibility?
Yes,
Because
sir.
I know we all appreciate lyrics and we gonna break it down. So now that we done busted him down, can we find his hit or his top seller or his biggest view item and run that clip real quick so that we can objectively, if the boy ripped,
the white dude,
like
the white
you want to find out about Necro?
I want to hear
white dude. Is
Who
that his
is that?
name? I was gonna ask.
Hey,
Is he?
I'm a rapper.
Is he big?
I'm not.
Is he
I'm
big?
not a rapper. I'm a rapper.
I don't know, dude. So I don't know.
Listen,
is he big?
Necro is
I
trying
don't
to put
know.
out there. He is one consonant away from being one of us. Necro.
What?
Negro.
You said
That's all he's
consonant?
gonna say.
This nigga said that.
No.
he's one
Hey, look, he
consonant
got it
away.
right. Necro is the black bad book that brings
Black?
back. So he
Did you
the
say
fake
black?
That's the fake. He just said he was fake black. Did he entendre his name? All right, that's kind of cold, bro. That's
Say
kind
he was
of
black.
Y'all wasn't getting him. His swag was too gangster. Y'all wasn't on him.
Did this nigga just say he
Y'all
was
wasn't
black?
getting him.
Did he just say he was black?
He said
Hey,
he's
the
one
dirt on his neck was.
He said he's one consonant away.
I'll accept the dirt on his neck.
Hey man, to me, I listened to that whole rant, and I see somebody that is upset at his place in the game.
Yeah.
Like that's what I see. You know what I'm
agree.
saying? Because first of all, there's not one dope white rapper and not one dope Latin rap. Bruh, please. There's more than like 10 dope Latin rappers just on the West fucking coast. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That got numbers. That got
They
numbers.
got numbers that's moving units.
I'm gonna say this though, man. For y'all that don't know, Mike is the blackest Mexican. For him to say that means
we
something.
established that he's actually
He like
he's
he
black
really he
skin.
not even
Nah,
black.
man.
He's Blexican.
He like
I'm
my
not
son.
I
I
ain't playing.
I'm not black. I'm not Mexican. I'm not Blaxican.
See?
I'm American.
Whatever.
I heard y'all earlier. I'm American. You know what I'm saying? Now I identify as somebody with Mexican heritage and somebody who was raised.
I identify you as a Mexican.
Somebody who was raised with the hip hop culture, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop is not rap. First of all, this dude need to be slapped just for that one. Hip hop is not rap. It's
no.
Again, bro, since I was a kid, and it touched my life, man.
Right.
Like you cannot equate that to rap. If they don't like the way you rap, they don't like the way you rap. That does not make hip hop a racist thing, because there are so many. It's a gumbo. Hip hop is gumbo.
Right.
It's a pot of gumbo because there are so many different elements to hip hop, and it ain't just in the United States of America. It ain't just on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? It's all over the world.
Preach.
Travel the world. I done caught videos of hieroglyphics who were relatively unknown outside of the Bay Area, Northern California, in the United States. But then I done caught videos of them cats where they got 50,000 deep in a stadium in Germany, bro. Like, so
let me say this though. For all you motherfuckers that think y'all a big hip hop artists, if y'all know what Mike G know, y'all don't know shit.
And I guess they don't know because the genius do.
Right. Y'all might think you blackest motherfucker that know everything about. I'm about to get surgical. It don't matter. Don't nobody know more about hip hop than Mike G.
I don't know that. No, I don't know about that. No, I don't know about that.
Hey, just stop right quick. Mike G.
You know,
you don't know nothing about yourself.
I will tell you though, the homie KB who is watching, Lano just confirmed, dude's watching. That dude, that's a hip hop historian right there. That dude is the man when it comes to
I never met KB.
Hip-hop. What?
So KB said on
come on.
He said much love, you know what I'm saying? But he said I don't know a whole lot about Necro, but I think he has a song called I Need Drugs, which is the version of I Need Love from LL Cool J.
He should have kept it to I Need Hugs.
Do that.
That's what he needs is hugs.
We gonna pick that apart, bro. Like the monkeys be picking lights out. Man,
you know, I would love to. I almost would like to go down that road, but then there's certain individuals who don't deserve the amount of time given to him. I mean, his statement.
Hey, honestly, it helps us with that growth, though, Tone. If we don't sit here and act like him, right, and we keep our sentiment, hey, I'm gonna hear you at least, bro. I ain't gonna just call you trash.
I mean, it does take courage. Yeah, it takes courage.
I will say, man, come on, Mikey. Y'all won't hear me call people trash. I gotta be really, really faded and really on one to really call and really be pissed off to say that somebody is trash.
Right.
Just because I don't like their music does not, to me, doesn't make them trash. They're still, in music, and it's just not my cup of tea. That's just the way it goes. It's not the type of whiskey I like to drink. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'll say, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And let me say this about Drake, cuz I like Drake. But I don't like the person Drake. I like the group Drake.
I like the team. I like the team Drake. I like the team Drake. They won tonight. They beat Missouri. I like the team Drake.
I like team Drake. They sound good, but I don't listen to the lyrics no more. All I do is listen to I listen to the ducks that be playing the saxophone and the violin and this shit. Like, I'm like, that's the type of Drake I like.
Hey, because you don't like Drake. Correction, you don't like Drake. Because I sympathize with you on this.
Right.
I like Drizzy. Tell me what's really going on. That's a different brother.
I don't like to hear Drizzy when he say. I don't want to hear his voice.
Speaking of voices, I got a question.
Right.
Let's talk about this N-word. I hate the term N-word. Like we just we don't.
Okay, we can talk about the N-word, but let's not. We still got too much things to talk about.
We better make it quick. Let's
go.
Because he made a statement. He said, because I used the N-word.
Drake?
No.
Necro.
Yeah. Oh, Drake did do that crazy stuff at the concert.
I mean, Drake did say the N-word too with a hard ER.
He serenaded the white crowd into saying it, bro. And the black DJ looked at him like,
oh, he came out the headphones. Listen.
Bro, you're gonna destroy your mic.
I'm just saying that's what the DJ did, y'all. DJ.
What do y'all think about that? Because here's my sentiment. I find the culture to be somewhat funny because we do air our dirty laundry. We talk about a lot of people know a little something about the game because of what they heard through the music when we express what it is we see and what happens around us.
Mm-hmm.
And then when somebody else wants to be like us, we're like, oh no, you can't do that. Right. And they say, that the best form of flattery is when you emulate somebody.
Right.
So people emulate what they find to be strength of character. And then we get upset when they emulate us. But see, it's kind of to some extent, it comes across as hypocritical, right? I heard what Ice Cube said when he said, hey, this is our word now. But then we go back to that divisiveness. We don't want you to segregate against us, but we want to segregate against ourselves. That's hypocritical. We can't say this ours because we contributed as much, if not more, into this country than most groups, with the exception of the Native Americans, because it was there before we even got here. Can't nobody claim that, right? But then it's like, hey, we want you to share and share equally, yet we say, hey, we're going to reverse discriminate because that's acceptable. It's not. Right. It's just saying that you can't do it anymore, but I can. So now we're hypocritical. And so I believe it's the same thing when it comes to this terminology. If it's happened in a group where, a group of us is talking and everybody's like, nigga this, nigga that. And then, white person comes up like, hey, y'all my niggas. And everybody got hurt. Bro, he was just trying to blend in with us. So if it's not acceptable for anyone else to say it, why do we say it to each other? It gives.
Because it's all dug into our history of our communication, just like ebonics, just like everything that we do, just like greens, just like motherfucking cornbread dressing, you know what I'm saying? Just like chitlins, just like pig feet, just like everything is drove into our history, and not from the African history, but the African American history. That's why. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they call us niggas so much to be like, hell yeah, nigga. Hey nigga, yeah, we still say it. And I be trying to get my kids up like, hey, y'all quit saying that shit, man. But like, nigga,
we try to work on it, but also like as growing up, I done heard from a couple of few, like you can't say all for everybody because 10 people ain't the masses. However, in a couple of documentaries and things, I done seen older Black folks talk about the reason why we started using it, not necessarily so much so that they called you it all the time. It was just so discerning to hear it, hurtful, and made you kind of be lost in a way. So by them turning it into their term of endearment, you know what I mean? And it wasn't from everybody. Everybody gonna follow sometimes. So the 10 people could have meant, what's up, my nigga? And it could be spelled like negus, Negus, in a way. However, if it's not translated across, then you just got everybody saying oink, 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 and it just comes across.
That is true, but only we know when to use that word. You know what I'm saying?
Not a lot of people even know what the word negus is.
So I'm gonna argue against the statement that only we know when to use it, because there's a lot of times I've seen us use it in inappropriate situations where
we do.
Because
we be trying to be ugly when we use it in an inappropriate place.
Well, I think some people just do it in a manner where it shows that they don't take themselves seriously, and so all I'm saying is that there's a time when if we determine there's a time when it's appropriate, when it's not appropriate, then it has to be something that's acceptable in, say, like a friendly sense. If we get together and it's like, this fool over here,
right?
If I'm in a professional setting, I wouldn't say that about you. In a professional setting, I'm gonna say, oh, this guy, this guy jokes. Right. But at the same time, again, we talk about the culture and the perceived discrimination. Mike grew up with us.
Right.
If Mike was over there, a couple sips in, he was like, "What's up?" and he dropped it. I'm not gonna look at Mike like he crazy. He grew up with us.
I'm not gonna mess with Mike if he had dropped it. You know what I'm saying?
Can I speak?
But at the same time, though, like
everybody said, leave me alone.
But let me say this. At the same time, though, like if you was at a party and shit, and there was a bunch of Black folks there, and Mike was like, "Hey, nigga," But hey, man, Mike, don't say that shit.
Can I speak? Can I speak on that?
Hey, hold up. Yeah, let Mike. Yeah, hold up.
Let
Let
me just say this one last thing, though. Let me say this one last thing, because we got on the show. It was October. We had Jay Foy on the show, and I said, "Hey, nigga, don't say nigga."
Nigga don't say nigga.
I said, "Hey, nigga, don't say nigga.
Don't say nigga.
All right, nigga, don't say nigga, bro. Hey, please do not say nigga, bro. Like, not in the room of like. I know you came from Arkansas. You got y'all them song, but like this is my homie right there. They're not gonna let you say that. They're not gonna like, hey, don't say that, bro. He said, oh yeah, I feel you. I'm not gonna say it. And he said it one time.
Hey, it was low though. Like
that's when I approached him. Like, hey, dude, don't say that shit again, bro.
Hey, all right, Mike. Come on. Hey, now man. Forget what he said. Tell me.
No, hey, okay, so check this out. Y'all, I'm from Fairfield, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all grew up around that word, bro. You know what I'm saying? We were all raised, and again, raised in the hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just another word. Like, that's my brother right there. That's my homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, we family, and that's just another word for family where I'm from. Me and Lionel moved to Sacramento.
Right.
And we out there off Center Parkway.
And you rocked it. You rocked
in
it.
The hood. We watching the Niner game. And the field goal kicker come out and he hit like a 55-yard field goal. I don't already remember the story, bro.
Yeah,
he hit like a 55-yard field goal and I'm juiced and I get up. I'm with some friends in a house of somebody I just met. And that's my bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? A few beers in and I'm not. And I was like, that's my N-word.
You just met these niggas? And you said nigga?
Nah, it was like two dudes there I didn't know. Everybody else, they knew me. Lotto hopped up right away. Hey, it's cool, man. It's cool. Because one dude looked over like, what? And so I had to learn at that point, man. First of all, there was two things I learned that day. Number one,
don't say nigga.
If you ever are not a black man and you gonna use, and it was not the hard ER for the record, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you ever gonna be around some people and you're gonna use the word, make sure that you are comfortable with everybody that you were with, and they comfortable with you enough to where they're not gonna whoop your ass for dropping that word. You ain't gonna be Chris Rock in Down to Earth or whatever that movie was with Regina King. And you know what I'm saying? He in the body of the old white man and they whooped his ass. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, I learned that day that for me,
that's not
just don't use the word, because if it's a problem for anybody, it's a problem for everybody. You know, and so for me, and then had another experience with somebody who was from the Deep South. And so that word is a trigger, and he was very respectful.
On the real,
he was very respectful, bro.
I know that experience. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me, right?
Well, hold on. So he was very respectful, and he just told me, "Look, man, where I'm from, nobody uses that word. Where I'm from, black people don't even use that word, man, because it still means something different.
Right?
It still means something different. And so I'll say to y'all, my brother. And so I said, I can rock with that. From now on, that's what I'm rolling with, man. Yeah. That's what my brother.
Hey, and so let me tell you about my situation. I had the same situation, right? And I didn't know about the situation. Cause I'm black. I be saying nigga all the time, like nigga, right? So I'm a bunch of women, and I say, hey, bitch. Cause they like bitch. I'm like, oh yeah, bitch. And they're like, everybody, it got so quiet.
The music stopped.
It got quiet up. Right? They're like, what?
Forks start hitting plates.
It's the same thing, dog. It's the same thing.
This nigga just trying to step. I was like, that's like nigga.
Hey,
cuz when I realized that, yeah, I'm like, that's like, I was like, whoa.
Hey, Cuzzo, now you gotta really mess him up. Before I throw this Wagyu steak to Tone real quick, cuz please highlight your queen and wife in the instance of what happened, and actually to some friends that we're still friends with. It helped us grow that day.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So okay, we'll go ahead. I got a lot of privileged white friends. I got a lot of privileged life. They doctors, they lawyers, they pilots. You know what I'm saying? And we kicking with my homie. And I didn't know what happened, but they was like, Joy just slapped the shit out this fool. I'm like, what? I'm like, Joy, why you slapped it? Because he rocked the N word. He said, nigga, and all of a sudden my hand reached back and slapped the shit out that fool. I'm like, oh. At first I was pissed off. Like, why you slapped dude? But then after I found out he rocked the N word, but that's before you get. Hey, I'm telling y'all, man. If y'all not from Fairfield, that's a term for Fairfield. That's for you get, nigga. That's not what you get. That's for you get, nigga.
It was the sentiment was the opposite feeling of what he just explained to you, how he felt when he said, bitch.
Yeah, reached back to Kenya.
I said, bitch.
She reached back to Kenya. Before I knew it.
She was the only black woman in the kitchen, and there was 10 plus couples, y'all.
Right,
hey,
right.
10 plus
they still
y'all know,
talking about today.
Hold up. Y'all know Joe. Y'all know Joey shit. Hey, she said, everybody, all the couples,
everybody froze.
Quiet silence. It
the only other time I remember some shit like that is we was recording a song and we was about to go to a club and this girl was trying to get, she's like, yeah, I'll take you anywhere. And Joy had her glasses on, right? And then all of a sudden we seen glasses fly. And we didn't know what happened. Joy had hit that girl so hard, her glasses flew off her own face. Said, damn. And then old girl came back. She's like, well, she ready to fight. I was like, girl, are you ready to get the best ass whoop you ever had in your life? She said, yes.
Hey, dang.
Open our door.
It's a live. Hey, that's a live and direct story. However, I have to highlight that we different, y'all. So we don't have the sentiment that old buddy had a little bit earlier. See, our sentiment is even after that happened, we probably tighter with them same folk. Well, a couple of them folks. We tighter with the people it happened to, in a sense. And actually it made us closer. Like, because we were able to address what happened. They was, of course, what you gonna do about we gonna square. But at the same time, if they acknowledged it and grew from it, and if you can see somebody do that, no matter if they was nasty to you 1, 2, 3, then that's where Tone preaches. That's where MIDI Lab tells you we wish for everybody to be.
Hey, Mesa stupid. She said, I say it at church. Anyone can get it.
Nisa, my Nisa.
Hey, so Tone, let's go back to real quick. When we was all girls, so we was sitting there and we sugarcoating the word, right? We sugarcoating it. It was, it's us. However, we have to actually say that it is a negative word. When I grew up in the 90s, it's like it was like cussing in a way. It was like, even though my mama black and stuff, like I waited till I go outside and be like, right. Hey, I come back inside and be like, what are we doing today? So at the same time, I'm saying at one point, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start saying it. I'm rocking it with all of the profanity, all of the negative words before you realize what it is, what it should be. And now you're like, oh, I'm trying to put a twist on it.
I'm a little cousin 10 years younger than me. You know what I mean? When I was growing up in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? If somebody call you a nigga, it would be like, I'm not a nigga, I'm a nigga roll. And when I become a nigga, I'll be the first to let you know. And after that, you whoop their ass.
I remember those days. Hey, but you know what Jag is saying, man, like that's 100% because what happens is somebody pipelines poison into the community and we go to justify it. Yeah, right. I mean, we did the same thing with the poison that we still out there slanging today. Somebody else brought it in there. And we had to come up with an excuse because it suited us, because it was easier to accept than it was to reject. Right. And so, people literally put their lives on the line so that we would not be called those things. We just gonna keep it 100. You know what I mean? Like I use the terminology, but I don't come up with an excuse to justify my use of the terminology. I know exactly what I'm saying. I seen the cat. This was some years ago. Shout out to homie over there in Washington, D.C. He was a young man. He got locked up for shooting his cop. And, during this, they were doing a bunch of, this documentary, they were doing a bunch of interviews with these young men that were locked up. and they were showing how they were when they went in versus how they were after they had been in for a little while.
Right.
The premise was to discuss whether or not our quote unquote correctional system was rehabilitating people or institutionalizing them. But one of the things is this cat said that I will always respect. He said, "Ain't nobody forced me to sell dope. If you put crack in my hand, I'm gonna push it."
Right.
I respected the homie for saying that because that's what it is.
And that's real though. And let's take it back to the prohibition of alcohol, right? If you have a legal substance in your presence in your hand and ain't no money being made, because that was back in the Depression era, right? Ain't nobody made. Are you not going to make that money?
Yeah, but who sets the term for that?
The people, the government set the term. They set the guidelines so that as soon as you mess up, they can take you to jail and put you in that penitentiary where you sling blades like a slave.
Yep, exactly. But my thing is like, and even though, and don't get me wrong, I know circumstances be tough, and I'm not taking anything away from anybody under rugged circumstances. Going back to what I said about the divisiveness of the system, we divide ourselves amongst ourselves. Before all this crap existed, we dealt with harsher terms, but had greater resources because we had each other. Now, if you come from a certain part of town, you probably can't leave a certain few blocks that you grew up in. And it's not because somebody on the other side is stopping you, it's because of our own. The resources that we would have had, where the doctor would have came back to the neighborhood, the accountant would have came back to the neighborhood. They stopped doing that because they got victimized, and now we trapped in this small area. So yeah, you're like, man, I'm a chew on my own foot if I have to get up out of this trap.
Right. Because they'll be like, you know where you at? You straight?
Oh, yeah.
You straight?
Who you know? Like who you know around here?
Yeah.
Hey, I look like you. I'm the last person you should be questioning.
Right. You coming over here with all this gold and shit on?
Yeah.
You good?
We're gonna get a part of that. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, we can still, if we took it back to, what our roots were, there's reliefs in place just within our own community, like with other individuals who grew up with the same issues as us. When Julio Cesar Chavez and his group got together with Huey P. Newton and his group, even though there may have been some barriers, they overcame that, because it's like, at the end of the day, brother, we going back to the same circumstances and conditions.
And also the problem also too is when the colonizers came and they changed everything of the culture of how everybody do things in every culture. They changed it for the Mexican culture. They changed it for the black culture. They changed it for the Native American culture. Everybody was people, like the men used to raise the kids. If everybody didn't know that, the men used to raise the kids. They used to teach them how to fish, hunt, cook, everything. The men used to raise the kids. But the colonizers tried to make it seem like it was feminine for men to do that. And they made it like it was just like bad. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just like right here, like even New Zealand, it was the men always had the culture and showed the kids how to be a grown person.
And that's what they took from the book, to show you that, hey, if we could take away this matriarch or the patriarch. I'm sorry, my bad. The patriarch.
They take away the masculinity from other.
You can control easier. And that puts it in the situation like destabilization, like tactics. That's chess, 3D.
Right. And let's go back to the fact that, like, Mexicans know they brown. Y'all used to be brown as us. Did y'all know that? Y'all know y'all used to be brown as us? They said that we finna fuck the damn color out your ass. And that's how they did that shit. Like, we finna fuck the black out your ass.
Hey, they tried to.
Yeah, exactly. But it didn't even make it all the way.
They tried to.
It didn't even make it all the way.
Hey, even look where we live, 18. Well, by the way, we down here, 505 ABQ, New Mexico. Shout out, born and raised. This is my sentiment over there with Mike. This is why I'll be like, whatever, Mike. But anyways, I get it. I understand it. I don't want it for anybody. All the YLs out here, we say YN. All the YLs out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the word, bro. Like, and at first I'm sitting here trying to be not Deadpool, what's his name? Daredevil, and walk around. Hey, you shouldn't do that. Hey, your rap will sound better if you do. Hey, this and this and that. And I'm just sitting here like, man, you sound like an old asshole. Anyway, I mean, even if you do or you don't, right? Like, it's the whole
livelihood.
Not but like the culture is kind of the culture in the sense. Yep. So I say all that to say my son is in the same demographic, and that's basically 50-50. You're either Latino or you mixed, which you look Latino, or you're black. And my son, the same thing I'm telling son Tone earlier, he's like, you know, that what's that age where you can say it, or you might catch him saying it, or like, and I begin like I troll him all the time. But I do it in a loving fashion that we can grow from, so much so that he don't use it. As a matter of fact, he'll sit there while he whooping some Fortnite and be like, hey, look, man, like, why? Like, what? You gonna say that off the mic? My son ain't even like in the street like that. My dude, a 4.3 student, like, bruh. So I'm saying, like, it stops somewhere. It stops when we stop taking them to Toys R Us. If you know what I'm saying, if you real with it, explain it. Like I don't hold nothing from my little dude because I need him to be ready for any situation and what happens out there. There's a lot of swamps. You got to know how to walk around and sometimes how to tiptoe through the yato. Wow. So as long as we taking care of our youth, as we like to highlight at all of our shows, hey, Trick love the kid, MIDI Lab love the kids, y'all.
Yeah. Hey, what time is it? It's 11 o'clock Central Time.
I know this. Oh,
come on, man! It's only 9 o'clock, brother. What you mean?
No, we ain't going nowhere.
I'm going to his house right now.
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere.
And now we just got live. We
dropping the people's elbow.
I mean,
right?
I need Jag back. There we go.
We only got one. We only got one left. So
I got. Hey, Jag, I got something for you, man. Somebody told me once, a real wise dude. He grew up like I did, not a black man, skin color, not a dark-skinned individual. You know what I'm saying? In the hip-hop community. And, you know, I didn't really, you know, he asked me one day, he goes, who, knowing that I appreciate hip-hop, he goes, who is the most pro-black rapper you know? And I was like, Talib Kweli, because that man is the man. And he goes, what you think Talib would say if he walked over and heard you using the N-word, even if you just with your homies, he walked by? What you think he would say? And I was like, man, that's a really good point, bro.
That's awesome.
Really good point. And he goes, that's why you ain't never hear me not once use the N-word in a rap. You'll never get me on record using the N-word, because if I want the hip hop community to ever take me seriously, I need to take myself seriously.
Hey,
and I ain't got no business using that word.
Hey, the same way. If I can't express myself in art without being ignorant.
That's what he was trying to tell me, was that's just and Tone, you know, you speak volumes, man, when you talk about how, you know, we make excuses for using certain things. You know, we find an excuse for, well, this is the way it is, so I'm just going to adapt to the situation, instead of saying, no, I'm not okay with this. I am not okay with this. Using your voice. God gave us all voices. You know what I'm saying? And it's about time we start using our voices for some of this shit we seeing. I'm not okay with that. And I'm not going to sit by and just let that be. No, that's not happening with me. You know?
Yeah. And I 100% agree with that, man, because as you're speaking, one of the things I'm thinking about is the sentiment of how we were divided on the plantation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And how we were turned against each other. Mm-hmm. And some people did it because they just accepted the situation. Like if you look at Samuel L. Jackson's character, right, in Django Unchained.
Yes.
Right?
Uncle Ruckus.
We call him a sellout because he totally bought into the system and said, hey, it's what I gotta do, take care of me.
Yeah.
versus the individuals who say, I'm not selling out to the system. And if that means that I got to struggle so that I don't turn on my own kind, that just means I'm going to have to struggle so I don't turn on my own kind. I'm going to keep it real with mine. And just so I can put it out there and be very clear about my background. I'm from the Bay, grew up in the Mission District of San Francisco long before I moved out to the Sevens. So I was learning Spanish when I was learning English, right? At the same time. I didn't grow up with people saying, oh, you got to stay. Folks was inviting us over to the house the same way they was inviting everybody else. We had all kind of people living on the block. I had to learn the difference between somebody from Mexico, from, El Salvador, from Ecuador, from, Puerto Rico, because they all had a different terminology in the Spanish language. Yeah, definitely different dialects, right? And everybody welcomed everybody. Same thing when you talk about the Native American population. They were the ones originally that were very receptive. They're the ones that kept everybody alive who was here today.
And this is after the Trail of Tears that they put under the rug, right?
Because
they still want to help us get across. They still want to.
Yeah, right. You can't take that out of them. So even now, the way they survived was they taught you something and they learned something from it, right? That's how they got to where they are today, despite the fact that people have tried to exterminate them. They still here.
They did the same thing on the same demographic as us. It's like, hey, they put you on this little area, this plantation. Hey, why is it that all like 90% of my brothers is addicted to alcohol, bro? And I don't even say that like some chicken bullshit, bro. Like, them as factors. I got a lot of Native American family friends and constituents, bro. And all these brothers struggle with that. There's not like there might be one that does it. It's ridiculous, dog.
It's an epidemic.
Yes,
I'm part Native American. It's an epidemic. I love to drink too.
Clarifying when I'm talking about my people, I'm talking about people I grew up with who don't necessarily look like me, but walk, talk, and came from the same spot that I came from. So, when we say, hey, look, I'm not taking your 13 pieces of silver. I'm not doing that. I'm not selling now.
That part.
Right. I got to look at what am I doing for the community. And I've had people say certain things about some of the things that I've done where they've objected to that. And I respect where you're coming from. Right. But if you come, like Seven said, if you finna come from my saddle, man, you better come prepared. Right. If you coming to take my shield, homie, come with them facts. Don't come at me because what I'm doing makes you feel bad about what you're doing. Come at me about how what I'm doing is not contributing to the mobility of the people.
Of the culture.
Absolutely, 100%. And so when we talk about the only way we can grow, the only way a person ever heals is to admit that they have a problem first and foremost. Right. Coming from DC, because when he said, hey, nobody's forcing this on me, he took 100% responsibility for his own actions. Right. That's a start of rehabilitation right there. So whenever we can own up and recognize our own power and our own authority, we can start to grow. Instead, we want to point the finger at somebody else when nobody's forcing any of this down our throat. At the point now, they just lay it down there, put a dollar bill attached to it. We snap
easy
it up.
if you want, right?
Yeah,
easy if you want it easy, right?
Real talk.
Hey, L, do you mind playing a little song or something? We could transition into this last little subject.
Hey, get out my head! I was just typing it in the private chat.
There's no such thing as a private chat.
That's word too.
Are you sure that there's no such thing?
No, you said that wrong. It's no such thing.
Suffering succotash.
On the real, you niggas is blessed that I can't make my shit rhyme.
Shout out Devo seasoning, y'all.
Niggas tops like you, Simba.
I don't even go to church, but I'm giving blessings. Jesus, peace, match the merch, I look like a blessing. Have a nail to the cross, Father keeps his hands stretched. Drop 2 V's in holy water, blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. My life is a blessing, my presence a blessing. Blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. My life is a blessing, my presence a blessing.
I'm here now, no more
tucking my crown. Sitting on the throne, I've been the man in my town. They love to talk down when you down, look at him now. Be there to cut the cake when you big, it ain't not around. Got no time for all these trolls, I'm in control. Ain't even left the house, but I'm closing deals on the phone. Different color stones, a mirror cover my bones. Condo by the grove, it got a view like a drone. I pray to God while I'm in this coupe. Keep fake friends out the loop. I'm on the phone with Snoop. He's telling me to watch out for these niggas who rebuke you for the blessings you won't ever recoup.
I don't even go to church, but I'm giving blessings. Jesus, peace, match the merch. I look like the blessed. Every nail to the cross, Father, keep his hands stretched. Drop the bees in holy water. Blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. My life is a blessing. My presence a blessing. Blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. My life is a blessing. My presence a blessing. Our Father, art in heaven, I pray a couple of all these blessings.
When you first get in the game, they don't endorse you. Once you get adjusted to fame, then they reward you. This much jewelry will make them wanna extort you. These many foreigns will make them wanna deport you. I'm finally at the point where my prayers turned into plans. I used to go to A3C Fest with Bam. We were supposed to be networking, trying to collab, but we spent the whole time saying, damn, them bitches bad. Now them same bitches my fans. Whenever I'm in town, they pick me up when I land. Bitch, I'm the man. I'm Tom Brady, really. I could touch down and touch a few dollars in any city. Father, forgive me. Tough love made me a millie. Now they say I'm next up. Niggas gon' respect us. I throw my rollie in the West up. Bitch, we blessed up.
I don't even go to church, but I'm giving blessings. Jesus, peace, match the merch. I look like a blessing. Every nail to the cross, Father, keeps his hands stretched. Drop the bees in holy water. Blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. My life is a blessing. My presence a blessing. Blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. My life is a blessing. My presence a blessing.
MIDI Lab, MIDI Lab.
Okay. What's happening?
At your mama.
I do.
Hey, can we highlight that comment? Oh, it's highlighted. My bad. Justin Butler, man. This is a producer, Haven. First correct response. We will have a little something for you. Who are listed producers of this track?
Oh, I produced the record.
Okay.
You're not supposed. I guess I gotta give L a t-shirt. With your blanket. Dang it.
Well, you shouldn't say it.
I be having fun, man.
Let's go see how far they dug to. But it's okay. All right, L. We'll get him again later.
So the last clip of the evening is Big U from Crenshaw. You know, y'all all familiar with Big U, am I correct?
You. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Big U. You know what I'm saying?
OG crib.
You know, the thing about
I'm not
it
gonna
is,
lie. I'm not. Put me on.
I'm gonna say this, man. You're innocent until proven guilty.
Really?
So.
Allegedly.
Where's your mic, bro?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Allegedly, I believe Buddy might have something to do with Nipsey Hussle being gone. I'm just saying that for entertainment purposes.
I mean,
these are your beliefs and thoughts.
Yep, they are.
So I got a couple of clips. I got like 3 clips, but you know, just to feed off of what you just said, bro. Here we go. Hold on.
All right.
There we go.
Your boy would have been there like, yeah, you did.
The MIDI Lab Show.
Why did he laugh on that?
Run that
Damn,
back.
that was hella fast.
I broke the clips up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say run it at 0.5 speed.
Hold on.
Justice for them.
My young boy would have been there like, yeah,
you did.
The MIDI Lab Show.
Oh, I'm not. Oh,
wow.
All right, hey, look, I'm gonna take this time to say that's off subject, bro. We need to end this tonight, right now. We done.
What?
Hey, that was crunchy black.
All right, so that's just one. You know, we'll react to everything. I'm gonna play.
I want to know what Whack 100 got to say about that thing there right now. I want to know what Whack 100 got to say about that nigga, because like they trying to put like Whack 100 to snitch, but it looked like this nigga the bitch. That's just my opinion.
Hey,
I'm
man,
sorry, I'm back up.
He's
I
innocent
digress.
until proven guilty, but you be the judge. But let me go ahead and load this other clip.
So this is gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house. And he's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about Whack. Whack, Loose Cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all filed. All y'all who be sending shit around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what these saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this. All y'all guilty of this shit. If you had something against a black man, you should handle it with a black man in the streets. Wack said 100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He working with the FBI. The FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me no more money. They went to all the different celebrities and told all the different celebrities, don't give me no money, don't help me, don't do nothing for me. They going around scaring and intimidating everybody. But y'all sending it around getting people in trouble. Like y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men who try to help their community. I ain't been nothing but a help to our community. But I guess it is what it is. This the price of being black and trying to help somebody, trying to help your community and do what you can. You just guilty because somebody else don't like you and they can go on the internet and do what the they want to, and y'all gonna promote it. It's crazy. But I'm going to go turn myself in though, because I ain't did nothing. I'm looking at this video as I come in to turn myself in, and I'm disheartened by the fact that they trying to say that I stole something from Developing Option, or I used Developing Option as a front. Developing Option paid my bills. They paid my house note. They paid the bills for my family, the money I made from as an employee for Developing Option. I never mixed that with nothing. I didn't manipulate nobody. I didn't steal nothing. We did PPP loans. We did 2 loans. And that's it, just like everybody else did. I didn't use no fraud. I didn't give none of fake names. And one of them we was paying back and one they forgave. You know what I mean? And the other one we attempted for and they didn't give us nothing for it. I filed my taxes and them coming around telling me I was using Developing Option as a cover. Cover for what? None of that's going to be true. None of that's going to be true. The government putting this big ass picture, they going to arrest 21 dudes. Some dudes I don't even talk to. I don't even know nothing about. So how the hell you going to lump me in with all them? But it's all the big picture though. It's all the big picture. Now I'm going to be sitting in here. It's going to be years out of my life. Then you going to get dudes who I don't even talk to. What they gonna say? You ruining people's lives. I heard it's over 21 people that's been arrested. This shit wrong. It is what it is. Church, just pray for me. Just pray for me, pray for my family. And you look at what we did, you look at what I did. I've been home 21 years. It ain't over though. That's what it's not. Blessings. I'm with my family. Talk to my sons, I talk to everybody, man. I'm just saying, going to deal with this fight, see what it is. I just want y'all to know, all this stuff is quagmire. This shit is all bull crap. I just need y'all prayers. I need y'all to... I don't even know what to say.
The MIDI Lab Show.
I'm a little confused.
Don't nobody find it funny that like all the like motherfucking rich ass rappers and producers are getting indicted in RICO charges right now? Nobody find that funny?
Cat Williams told us.
I don't know about funny. It is eye-opening. That's for sure.
Right.
Is it? I don't
like,
know if I heard it. Oh, go ahead, Mike. You go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, bro, like I'm gonna be real with you. There are nights I go to bed. It would be great to be Dr. Dre or DJ Quick level status. You know what I'm saying? Or I would settle for a Cardo Got Wings. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm over here like I go to bed at night. I kiss my wife. You know what I'm saying? I kiss my kids goodnight, and I'm happy that none of that ever came even close to my zip code. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, bruh. You know, I just God was watching out for me in a lot of ways, man. So
you glad you didn't get diddled?
Yeah, hey, you know, or worse, worse, because there is worse than there is worse than that, man. There's some of these people out here that don't even know yet that they're being diddled. You know.
I think
that first clip, right? The very first one you showed us.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I didn't get it right, but didn't it seem like it was black on black? Didn't it seem like he was kind of going against Nip, like in a way, or was that right?
I caught that.
So I say that to say it kind of highlights and brings like a well put together like stamp on everything we've talked about tonight. It's egregious, guys. Like this guy has the audacity. Now I don't wish it on him, but hopefully he realizes this and other people see it. He's willing to down his brother, his own culture, and sit here and belittle and oh this nigga that type, kill your own people, as Tone said, and then turn around and use the same thing. Actually, it was like a swift karma Bruce Lee kick to him, because now this black man, allegedly, Whack, is busting your balls, blackballing you. And now you feel, why we gonna do this to each other? I be out here in the community and I do this.
Right.
Where was that sentiment when you was talking that gangster shit?
Right. That's the exact same thing I was feeling, bro.
Can I say something though? Like,
yeah, go ahead, L. Go ahead.
I never really heard Big U really come off on gangster shit. Really, he was really. You could tell that,
like the nip part.
I mean, okay, the nip part that's why I played that clip, because I'm gonna be real. Like when I watched him, on the Vlad, No Jumper. When I in checking in, that was his podcast on, and he did a documentary also. He was part of a documentary as well, and it seemed like he was just kind of moving with the music, because in music, especially hip hop and rap and stuff, it comes from an urban background anyway. So it just looked like he came from that, went to prison, got out of prison, and kind of corrected his role. More of a family man, doing things for the community, helping Nip. They had a falling out, situations like, you know, what happens in the street, just situations occur, but it just seemed like he was on the business. So, you know, and he conducted himself a little bit different than a lot of the other guys that are in the same position, I would say, in the industry. You know, like Whack 100 is just over the top. You know, he you know, I don't know if it's shock value or whatever, but you know, or shock jock content. You know, I guess we can call it that with Whack 100. I mean, it gets views and people watch it, and they react to it. I felt like Big U was a little bit more conservative, you know, so it's kind of like, you know, and I like Big U, you know what I'm saying, but it does, when you watch that video, that's why I played it, because it shows another side
perspective.
Hey, thank you for that insight, El. I appreciate that highlight and bringing that to light of because I just took it another way, but when you was breaking it down, I'm like, oh no, I get that. Even if you're not about, you came from that, you gonna talk about what happened in the street, but yeah.
Well, he didn't know. Big U was a little, you know, he'll set a directive, but it was a little bit of subliminal, but you kind of felt like, okay, this guy has rank, you know. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say two things. First of all, L does not chime in often. He more directs the rest of us and where we're going. So when L stops everybody else and is like, hold on, I got something to say. Like it's time to listen up, folks. So if you watching now or if you watching back later, you know what I'm saying, just take heed to what he's saying, man.
And I ain't playing, nigga.
But number two, though, just real quick, I did feel like it was a slight diss. Yeah, I took exception.
So I wasn't alone.
To the justice for Nipsey, like he's trolling, man. Like I took exception to that. I thought that was messed up, bro. I thought that was messed up. Like you can't do that. I don't care if you are big in the game or not big in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like if you trying to lay low and do your thing, make moves on the side and nobody sees you coming, it don't matter to me. You can't say that and then turn around later and talk about, you know, I'm doing all this for the community. No, brother, you're not. You're not. Because if you were really doing all that for the community, you wouldn't be trolling other people. You wouldn't be. And I don't care if you're black, Mexican, Guamanian, Asian,
you're mankind,
purple,
human.
You know what I'm saying? Martian, it don't matter to me. You know, if you're about everybody, you're about everybody, or you're not. And that, you know what? I don't have to agree with your stance. If you're not about everybody, hey, that's cool for you, player. But don't act like you are when you're not. You know, you can't act like you're a zebra when you're a tiger. There's two different things.
At the end of that clip, didn't he do something like that? And ain't that devil horns or something like that?
No. He threw it neighborhood.
Oh, hey, I'm no right. Oh, my bad. Hey, my bad.
No. That's what we here for, though. You know what I'm saying?
Where my glasses?
You say something profound there, Mike. I was thinking along the same thing, man. We pay people to act like niggas, and when they act like niggas, we get hurt. And then niggas act like niggas, and when they get treated like niggas, they get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, like real talk. We pay people
like using that word
to be a certain way, and we think. I said this a few weeks ago. Some people think it's just entertainment. For them, it is. Like you're not seeing this, so it's cool when you turn on the radio. You like, oh yeah, they talking that woo. Until you get out there on the block. Now, I had a good friend of mine where we was in a little situation. It cooked off. Rounds started flying. And his eyes was just wide open. He was like, what just happened, Tom? Yeah, he was going on. I'm like, my boy, like it's in the music. And you be clapping your hands and moving your feet and everything else. But then when it pops off live, like you got emotions about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, as that old saying goes, everybody wants to be a gangster till it's time to do gangster shit.
So it's time to get, so it's time to pop off.
Yeah,
it's time to pop off. You know what I'm saying? And I feel you though, because I got so many gunfights. You know what? I grew up in California, right? Grew up in California in the Bay Area, where it's like hella violent, especially like East Palo Alto type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Frisco. And I used to hang out in them areas. but I had never gotten a gunfight until I moved Little Rock, Arkansas, and it's like I got in like 20 gunfights. It's like what the
They don't care.
entire
They don't
part.
care.
Everybody want to kill me, but I'm not gonna get just killed. I'm finna shoot you too.
Yeah, I mean it's finna go down. I'm just saying some people really they talk
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly. I'm gonna shoot you too. If you try to kill me, you gonna get shot. You gonna get some of this.
When it goes down, and then
ain't everybody yeah, and I ain't playing, nigga. I ain't even sorry, Tom.
No. I mean, I'm with you. Like it's that shit is for real. Like if you run up like this shit cracked off. We was in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like it was. I was a little boy and it was going down. It used to crack off. I used to think it was fireworks. My mom was like, "Get out the window. Ain't no fireworks." I'm just looking for the fireworks. People get lit on the block. It's like, get out the fucking window. Hey, and I'm looking at cats that glorify it. And like I said, man, we pay niggas act like niggas. When they do, people get their feelings hurt. When Jay-Z went to Cuba, people was upset. I can't believe he did it. You pay this man to tell you how he don't give a fuck about these laws. And then when he shows you he don't give a fuck about these laws, you win your feelings. You listen to gangster rap music, and when gangsters show up at your house and start lighting up the motherfucking block, you want to preach peace. You was a gangster yourself, but when it's time to go to jail, all of a sudden you turned into Mary Poppins. This is that inconsistent.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah. You start off, you was Bubba Dre, dog. You off of something that's Mary J. Blige.
Nigga, I'm not the big homie, none of that. All I knew is that when I went to jail, nigga, pardon my French, I had to recognize I had a pattern of behavior. The judge told me the next time I see you, state property, it's a wrap. Right? I'm sitting in the jail. And I got two voices. One is like, this is it. Bang out. Somebody gonna say, because I'm not even in my area.
Right.
I got bumped up in somebody else's city. So I'm like, these cats don't know me. That time I got arrested, I had just got into something in somebody else's city. I'm like, I don't know who they homies are. I don't know who their family is, but I know they're gonna be looking. When they know that I'm here, they're gonna be looking. I don't know who they're gonna send at me, but as soon as somebody look at me sideways, I'm taking off.
I'm moving everybody.
The other voice was like, you won't have to be here. You chose to be here. You can choose not to be. So you got to make a decision, right? Either you ain't never coming back or you ain't never leaving. It's up to you.
Right.
So I can't speak to Big U's story. Like I can't, but I'm just listening to the observations being made. And this is not for just for Big U, but it's for anybody in the game. Hey, if you gonna be that, then be that. I mean, all the way to the hole. Take that one straight to the crib. You can't be G'd up in these streets, and when they lock your ass up in chains, you ain't a nigga no more. You ain't a gangster. You just a family man. No, sir.
Right.
Even the big homies, you know what I mean, on the yard don't respect that. Like they talk about cats that when they hit the yard, all of a sudden they Jesused up. Like, oh, you a Christian now. But you wasn't a Christian when you was out there. So they finna test your Christian. They finna test your faith. Right? they are. They're gonna be like, hey,
and it's fun, you know, not funny, but it's interesting that the way that you the way that you, because I have another clip, and you know, we listened to what Big U, his testimony, you know, being his last video, and you know, even though it was a few videos, but he just wanted to speak his piece. But I have one more clip, and then I wanted to play that for the show, and then we can kind of react, because it kind of rolls along the same line of what you're saying. A1, this is how the FBI feels about Big U, because he.
The FBI says that South LA crime boss Eugene Big U Henley is now in custody. Authorities say he ran a mafia-like organization while masquerading as a music mogul and gang peacemaker. Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez spoke to a rapper who worked with him. She joins us live with a story you'll see only on Fox 11, and this story breaking as we speak, Christina.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am hearing that Big U and the other person they were looking for, Brian Mejia, both turned themselves in. This is developing as we speak. And as we speak, people are coming up and saying, on the one hand, that he did a lot for the community. And then there are those like this woman who say things are not what they seem. Listen to her.
No, I'm not surprised because I've been fighting this fight for a long time.
Rapper Alicia Choi speaks about federal authorities accusing LA rap music executive and community activist Eugene Big U Henley of leveraging his connections with the Rolling 60s Crips to run a criminal enterprise, even funneling funds from his community non.
I wouldn't allow that. That's when he started jumping on me and beating me, extorting me, threatening people not to work with me. And I was scared for a long time to speak up. I was actually terrified.
And I want to emphasize, these are very serious accusations she is making. And, you know, she says it is her fear, which makes it very difficult to follow up on these things. But she says her fear kept her from going to police. She did not file police reports, but that she did try getting a restraining order at one point. Now, what the feds, and we'll go to his photo again because it's hard to see him as a person that the feds are saying what he did when we are used to seeing him in such a different light. What they're charging him with has nothing to do with what she is accusing him of. The charges do not include anything of what she's saying, but they do say that part of the investigation involves the murder of another young rapper back in Las Vegas. Back in 2021, I talked to police in Vegas, and they told me over the phone that the murder was over. Are you ready for this? A diss that he had written something in a song supposedly talking bad about Big U, and that is why he ended up getting murdered. That's what the police were telling me. So it's just still developing. There's going to be a lot more to this whole thing, but we can tell you he has turned himself in, and I'm sure a lot of people are waiting to hear what he has to say about this, including us. I'm Christina Gonzalez, live Hayden Park. Back to you guys in the studio.
And Christina, there's a connection to Shaquille O'Neal as well, right?
You know, I have not had time to look into that, and I am so wary of the, because what's happening is a lot of people were seen with him. We're putting money into this nonprofit, and now the feds are saying that he took a lot of this money and it did not end up going to help kids. Again, keep in mind, that doesn't mean that kids were not being helped in some capacity by the organizations. The question is where the money went. It's not just Shaq, it's other rappers, other big names that I want to have time to really look into these allegations. Because even with the feds saying it, these are personalities that are well loved in this community, and they need to also have a chance to respond for themselves.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned. We'll let you know as soon as we can confirm more things. But yeah, even Shaquille O'Neal, part of this whole thing. How sad.
Yeah. All right, Christina Gonzalez, thanks for your reporting on that breaking story.
The MIDI Lab Show.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So one of the things that came to my mind right quick, and this, I'm not here to speak on Big U's situation. Anything I say has to do with a general sense of what some of us find ourselves doing when we fall into these troubles. But something else that came to mind was Fred Hampton, Huey P. Some of these community leaders who were vilified because of what they were doing. I'm not saying this is what is going on with Big U. I'm not qualified to speak on that. I am saying that is it possible for that to happen to a person who is productively trying to advance their community? And I would say yes, given the nature of the country that we live in, it is absolutely possible. I think that's why one's conduct speaks volumes. Like I said, we're known by what we do, right? Not by the rapper that we're still in. And so if an individual, I got a relative of mine, my boy, I love him to death, but he be finding himself in some shit. And it's always somebody else's fault. I'm like, my boy, how is it they always pick you? You know what I mean? Like, why is it always you? Like, they don't do it to me. Every time I got bumped up, I was in the wrong. There's one time that was questionable, and I got away on that one because it was questionable. And the fact of the matter is, I actually wasn't wrong. But any other time, I was dead wrong. I had cats snitching on me. They had me. They had the weapon. They had everything. They had signatures. They had everything. God's grace got me out of that one. I wouldn't know my daughter to this day. I'd still be serving that sentence. But I mean, it was me. I can't put that on somebody else. And I'm like, why they always know that they can do that to you? Like just little old poor you. And so question is, how are they isolating you? Well, you're making some bad choices. On the other hand, those individuals that insulate themselves, right, by wise choices, it's easy to see when somebody's taking advantage of them, trying to vilify them or assassinate their character. You know what I mean? They ain't got themselves out there like that. And that's a big issue. That's something that we got to take care of, because we can't afford to have our good leaders wasting time playing games in the courthouse when they should be out there in the community taking care of these kids out there.
Right, you're right.
Or they use it as an excuse, and then we sugarcoat the word again, you know.
Right.
That's how the system goes, man. It's. I think at the end of the day, I hate to use the Matrix analogy. I hate to use it, but I'm gonna
do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, Jack. I'm going in, brother. Hey, man, at the end of the day, we get to choose, though, if we want to play the game or if we want to step outside the boundaries of the game. Yeah, you got a choice, man. Red or blue
pill.
Red or blue.
Because of blood don't matter. Sucker died by the rights on my shotgun, scatter colors. The gangs in LA will never die.
Hey,
you know, hey, that's the history for you, boy. But I'm just saying, like, we got choices, man, and I mean, we have so many vehicles, so many platforms by which to exercise those choices and to lead others in that same direction. We ain't got to be stereotyped. We ain't got to be cookie cutter. We ain't got to follow in nobody's mold. You know what I mean? We've changed the game before. We can do it again.
We can always do it. You're right.
Let me just I'm gonna touch the double tap yo Matrix real quick. Yeah, we do got those choices, and world, y'all gotta stop being cool with being Cypher and understanding that it's real gutter out here in the sewer with the Sentinels, and you want to say, I don't care, just put me back in and give me a mansion and there's a big old fake things, and I want to eat steak every night, and you just make sure that my fantasy, I don't get, I don't want no riots on my street, I don't want to be pulled over, I don't want to go to jail, I don't want to go, the judge don't even know my name, but put me back in, coach, please put me back in.
Word.
We gotta leave that sentiment alone.
Word. I was gonna say, man, we gotta stop being sheep, start being shepherds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's time to step up and lead some flocks instead of being a part of where everybody else is taking us. We don't have to follow the narrative, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many things happen in my day that I come across, bro, and I'm like, it's hard sometimes. It really is hard sometimes because it's so easy to just sit and complain about the state of things. It really is for everybody. We all in it. We all in it together. And so misery loves company. But you ain't got to be that dude that's sitting here talking about how miserable things are. Because I'm going to be honest, every day above the earth, every time I talk to people who appreciate life, it's the same thing they always tell me.
Yeah.
Every day above the earth is a day that's blessed.
Yeah.
God is good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
God is
real.
good. God is great, bro.
You just man, you said something. You dropped the heavy weight though. Like,
right. Folks be like, how you doing? And I'm like, I woke up today.
Right? I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed.
Up like this. I woke up like
You just dropped that. You just dropped the heavy weight. When you say, you know what I mean, it's time to be shepherds. One, that's not a position everybody can fulfill, right? Like, it's one thing. It's hard enough for many people to take responsibility for their own. Just learning how to take responsibility and take care of self. That's a huge step. And then extending that, right? Extending your influence past yourself to the masses, even to the point where you know some of the shit you're gonna do is not gonna be popular. You may be ostracized, yet you do it anyway because you know there might be that 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 that see that and follow. Like, that's, you just dropped the heavy one in there.
I did, but let me just say, let me clarify. I'm not telling everybody to be shepherds of the masses. You ain't gotta be shepherds for all the sheep in the world. be shepherds to your own sheep. Let's start there, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be in charge of your own life.
Yeah,
Start there. And then if you can get that under control, yeah, sure, by all means, move out,
Right.
branch out.
Mhm.
But you got to start with you. You got to fix you. Hey, one
Right.
time I saw somebody post something.
I thought nigga said something.
Should I read? I'm too busy maintaining my own grass to pay attention to what yours looks like.
Word. It's real.
Dope. Because that means dude was all about being in control of his own life. He's not
Okay.
paying attention to what nobody else got going on in their
Yeah.
life. He's
Yeah.
too busy trying to manage his own life.
Yeah, he's
That's
too
a lot
busy.
of work, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
But
lot
you know
of
what
work.
though? I mean, I hear where you're coming from, but I'm still finna take it back to my point because it does put certain people on notice. There are certain people who have that influence, and either A, it's just easier to step away because a lot of times it's the unpopular direction.
Word.
Or B,
Yep.
it's
Yep.
easier. It's easier to use it to your convenience, right? Because you know when you become a leader, it's detrimental to self. A good leader has to sacrifice self. I mean, when
Yes.
your household,
And the wrong shepherds out there will
Yeah.
do what we said is what's happening to the flock. So, in short, I guess it's not that we could all be the shepherd. However, notice as a shepherd, y'all, as shepherds, are you doing the best for your community? Are you making sure you get to the right pastures? Are you making sure that if your feet hurt you getting them there? Sacrifice, like Tone says, be the right shepherd if you are one. And if you a sheep, don't go to the wolves and stay in line.
Hey, let me say this though. We finna start doing the MIDI Lab show a little bit earlier. We're gonna start broadcasting a little bit earlier via Central Standard Time. We don't want people to be up super late. So we're gonna start broadcasting a little bit earlier. It'll probably be like 6 or 5, and it's all good for our folks that can't come in because we're gonna wait for you to get here and we still gonna do the MIDI Lab show, you know what I'm saying? So we just gonna start a little bit earlier so that we can have a little bit more time because every time we do a show, people want us to stay on more. You know what I'm saying? It's like shit, we are 2-3 hours, like okay.
We had 2.5 hours.
Right. We want to stay here with you, but unfortunately, we gotta wake up in the morning and go do our other jobs.
Right.
So we're gonna get that white clock. We're gonna get that clock of conformity.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love Thursday nights. I really look forward to it, and I get a chance to be with my brothers for what I'm saying, for a couple hours. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out X. Hey, we holding you down, bro. We see you next week.
Word.
See you next week,
Word.
brother.
What up, Xtra Credits?
Hey, and we gotta re-highlight at the beginning of the show next week. We gotta. Hey, tell us about this N-word. Hey, I can't wait to hear what Malcolm X got to say, bro.
Malcolm Extra.
No, for real. Extra credits. Malcolm Extra Credits, bro.
I'm sure he'll have something to say to it. You know what I'm
all
saying?
love. That's my. Hey, he stand on that.
For sure. I was gonna say too, thanks to everybody that has that watches us each week, and because you could be anywhere in the world, you know what I'm saying, but you here with us, you chilling with the MIDI Lab show, on your Thursday nights, you know what I mean? I think tonight was a great show. A1 Breezy, you always killing it. Mike Genius, you killing it. Jaguar, you always killing it. And my brother 18 Rabbit, man, you always killing it as well.
L. Let's not forget about L, the mastermind, admin. Hey, we here because of you, and we love radio. Hey.
Say it backwards.
Say it back.
707.
707.
Hey, Mike, you so black over there sporting your merchandise, your black merchandise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, good night to everybody, man. Have a good evening. Have a blessed week.
Love y'all. Good night.
We love y'all, man. For real.
See you next week.
Thank you, everybody.
No more negativity, I've cut those ties. Shining bright like the stars in the night. Oh, I'm doing fine now. Oh, breathing my life. Filling my soul with the love I provide. Life is better, I'm breaking free. Embracing the journey that's waiting for me. Is it bright, rising higher, good energy rising. Every step I take, there's a brand new day. Oh, I'm shining. Watch me rise. No negativity, I've cut those ties. Shining bright like the stars in the night. Oh, I'm just fine now. Oh.
Searching for sign or sparks to light the way out of